Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Season 7 Week 5 matchup in between Kids Next Door and Cuties. We are on Upward for this week. I'm Zagron, joined by someone I kind of grabbed off the street. We got Space Ghost Coffee beside me in the booth, and Dolphin behind the cam as always. How you doing, Space Ghost?
Doing pretty good. Ready to see some good Highlander game here. We got two of the best teams in Highlander right now with K&D and the Cuties.
Yeah, this is a gargantuan match coming in. It's probably the match of the season, what we've been anticipating. We got K&D at 4-0, Cuties at 5-0 because they do have their forfeit already. K&D will be getting that one in the coming weeks. So both these teams undefeated, looking to keep that first place spot, retain it into playoffs. First seed is on the line here, and it does make a difference because when the top three teams are as separated from the rest of the pack as they are on paper here in this season, first versus fourth seed is a pretty safe bet to get into the top two and get that big cut of prize money. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very hot match tonight.
Definitely. I thought that seating is always extremely important, I can attest to.
Yep, and these two teams, you all know them, you all love them. We've casted each of them this season. Cuties, I believe, twice. Candy, I believe, once. So definitely familiar names on both sides. Some of the Candy, obviously, longest tenure Highlander team that's been at the top for so long. Everyone knows them. Everyone knows they're amazing at the game. Cuties pulled together a roster for this season. They've been doing absolutely phenomenally. They've dropped the least rounds. They currently sit in first place with that match point score over Candy. So this match will be separating them from the rest of the pack if they can take this win. As for who we favor, it's kind of up in the air. Space Ghost has played for Candy in their scrims leading up to this match, and if you have anything to say about that, you can go ahead and lay that out.
Sure. Yeah, I ranked for them on multiple classes this weekend, and I could say they're definitely, while they're very strong on the map, they are very beatable. They were dropping some rounds, they were going over stuff. They definitely did not feel as comfortable as I've seen them before in the past. Definitely very, very winnable for either side here.
Yeah, Candy have been historically known for being a really good upward team, but if Space Ghost comes in and says I do have some weaknesses we might not have seen on previous iterations, then that could be make the match right for the taking for the Cuties side. And we can go ahead and run down the rosters real quick as we do have them on the screen. I'll start with the Cuties. We got Sandblast on Scout, Rain on Soldier, Melon on Pyro, Ginseng on Demo Man, Adam on Heavy, Wax on Engineer, Ray on Medic, Weil on Sniper, and Michael Lele on Spy.
And for K&D, we have Syath on Scout, Muma on Soldier, Tsukima on Pyro, Jared on Demo, Kresnik on Heavy, Scratchy on Engineer, Rogue on Medic, Boar on Sniper, and Demento on Spy.
Yeah, I do believe we have 8v8 in the server right now, 16 people. Very early for a Highlander match. I don't know if you all noticed, but we went live right around 9:30, which almost never happens. So even the Highlander gods are excited for this match, apparently. We can go ahead and run down while we wait for last players in the server what we think some strengths for each team is. Personally, for Candy, I'm looking at that combo and how Demento calls them around, is ready to kind of get his team moving forward. Candy moves like a unit all the time. They're ready to collapse at a moment's notice. I think it's going to be hard for Cuties to kind of play against that on Upward.
I agree. I also think that when you're dealing with pick classes like Board and Demento, two of the longest running pick classes in terms of dominance in Highlander, both of them definitely, if you can't count them out at any point in the game.
Yep, and looking to the other side, we don't want to count out Weil either. He's been amazing this season, done tons of crazy plays, been very good across the board on that sniper, kind of up and coming into the upper echelons of the class this season. If we were to rank him, he'd probably be top three solid, maybe even top two.
Yeah, definitely. It's always very exciting to see up and coming snipers. I think one thing that could be important this match is which team is better at pushing upward last. Upward last is a known definitely a known big stumbling block for teams that are otherwise doing very well in upward. So I'm excited to see which team is better at pushing upward last against the other team.
Yeah, as always, that point is so frustrating to push if you can't quite get it right. There's a lot of moving parts in that if your entire team isn't working on together, then the push can fall apart at a moment's notice. There's the tiles push, getting the gun down, making sure your cart pushers are there, making sure you can get to the spawn gates and do some camping, just buying space for your team. It can be very difficult overall for whoever is not set. And looks like we will be changing server here. Someone probably doesn't like their ping. Someone probably needs some different settings. We'll be getting that done real quick. It wouldn't be TF2 without some more delays though. So we can talk a little bit more about how the teams are going to match up. I think it's going to be interesting seeing who's on card duty for both teams because K&D, they love to get Scythe on beam and have him running forward, and whoever's going to take over cart in that time could be a bit of an issue, but I trust they'll have it set up. As for Cuties, Sandblast, I know also likes taking beam.
It's funny that you mentioned that because actually in the scrims there was a discussion about who should be pushing the card on various points, specifically from second to third. That some disagreements on whether Science should be pushing or not. So I'm curious to see what happens. We might see some the rare and famed Muma card time coming in Tunnel, I
And maybe
believe.
he equips the Pain Train, who
He
knows?
might, honestly.
Yeah, so that would be fun to see coming through. As for both sides, I'm going to be looking at the engineers a bit because I do know that they both like playing pretty standard on defense, and they're probably going to end up being card time on offense. So if they do anything different from each other, we'll have to see. I know Wax likes getting in there, and Scratchy loves the what you call it, the one that gives you crits, the
Oh yeah,
shotgun.
they're Frontier Justice.
Yeah, so maybe he can get some of those crits and run forward into the enemy combo with them, as we've seen him done numerous times, and be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Scratchy moments where he surprises you what you can do with the engineer class.
Yep.
I think another thing to note is, well, upward, like some payloads you can say that there's giveaway points. I think that personally on upward, almost all of the points you can really stuff a team. You might not be able to hard hold a team on first or second, but you can really do some solid damage. There's no gimme points on this map, which definitely means that at any given point, one of the teams might just get boxed out. It could be very tricky to push.
Yeah, that's actually a thing we've been seeing in the more recent era of Highlander. I say recent, like, year or two, where a team before first upward first was like giveaway. You would just force the Uber, run, save as many people as you can. But then teams didn't really try for a forward hold on hill either. So just kind of trying to find out what's actually great on the map. And now we see teams. If your sniper, if on defense is not dead, you probably will not be giving up that point for free anytime soon. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of that's changed in the upward meta, despite the map being around for so long, and it's gonna be interesting seeing what Candy decides to do. I know they really like hill holding as well, so if they can get that gun out, get Scratchy out, and then get Bort set up, we might see, like you said, that second point become really damaging to Cuties. And it looks like we will be switching our server right now, so we can get on that real quick.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be I knew once the cast started at 9:30, I never was there. I knew something was going to happen, whether it be pauses or delays. It's just it's inevitable.
Alright, who do you think complained about the ping on three? One, two, three, Zukima.
Yeah, Zukima. Yeah, I was.
Who knows? It's just a joke. We know that Zuki likes his internet settings being very up to par, so maybe it wasn't him. Maybe everyone else having trouble. They'll probably tell us if any of them are here in the chat. But yeah, we'll be switching that server real quick. Dolphin will be getting us that information as well.
Yeah, looking at the rosters here, one thing I definitely think is a factor is that KD definitely has the only new players I'd say are new on KD are Muma and Rogue, and even then Muma's a long time
New,
Highlander player,
yeah.
but new to the KD roster because they definitely have a distinct way of playing. Um, I think that definitely Rogue joining KD. Definitely, I think there's been a little bit of an adjustment period, but I'm really curious to see how well he plays here, how well he adjusts to the just the combo overall.
Yeah, an interesting matchup I think is gonna be Rogue versus Ray in that medic slot. And normally you think medics jobs are at baseline very easy. I wouldn't say easy, but very baseline, where like you know what your responsibilities are, you know what you should be doing. I have noticed that Rogue has been throughout the start of the season, he's been trying to adjust to Candy's style and like how to play really fast paced with them. And there's been a bit of I want to say suffering, but the mechanics have looked off in some of the Ubers where he's just not getting the beam properly
Yeah,
at the right times, which hopefully he's getting better at as the season goes on. I do believe he's a very good medic player, probably competing for best in the league right now. So
of course.
if he can get that under his tool belt going forward, we'll be making Candy's combo even scarier.
Yeah, once Rogue fully sets in and you know, he's actively being proactive about things instead of like trying to learn a new system, so to speak, I think it's going to be very, very concerning for the rest of the league. One thing we might see later on to the match, depending, Sandblast as I think the only player on Cuties who's really, you could say, an ex-KD player, since Sandblast is good friends with a a lot of the K&D guys, especially Demento, that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some spy crabs coming in at Jacob or Sandblast giving a taunt or two that way. I'm gonna keep my eye out for it. You never know, some friendly uh ju- what's the word?
Banter, jubilance.
Friendly banter between the two.
Yeah, if there was a bingo card for the match tonight, a Sandblast taunt would definitely be on the table, I think. So
Of course.
we could look out for that one. As we do have the new server information in, and we have 18 in as well. So 9:45 normal start time. We're getting there.
Yeah, you give or take about 15 minutes every time.
Yep, and that ready up should be coming shortly for you guys. So the chat's been giving their predictions. We can give our predictions here real quick, Space Ghost, as well. I'm gonna go 2-1 Candy. I think that Cuties will find a way in to take one round. Because you mentioned Candy's not looking as strong. Cuties definitely a very good team. I do believe they'll be able to find their opening in at least one round, but Candy's still probably the favorites overall.
Yeah, I feel like I'm obligated to say 2-0 Candy, or they will make fun of me in the Candy Mumble if I am wrong. So I'm gonna say that just to hedge my bets.
There
I
you go.
do
And
think
if you're
there's
wrong,
the
you can
upset
say
factor.
you were what's the word, bribed.
Yeah, exactly. My hand was forced.
Paid by Candy. Freelander giving you that sponsorship money to hype up their team.
Of course.
I was gonna ask Freelander to cast if you didn't respond, so
That
I'm
would
not
have
sure
been
how
good,
that would have
honestly.
gone. Yeah.
Jacob has a new spy loadout. Never seen this one before.
I'm gonna try to look around for that. Where's he right now?
He's on the hill. Oh, now he's walking towards tracks. That's a new one. I don't even know those hats are. That's wild.
Trying to find him. We're just looking around stalling for time right now because we thought the ready up would be coming shortly. We went. Dolphin asked us if we wanted to go live around 9:30 because there were 14 in the server, and we're like, yeah, sure, 14 in the server. That's about accurate time. And then, lo and behold, 15 minutes later.
Don't worry. I've seen a lot of Sixes casts where the casters start breaking out into various old stories about TF2 players. So we're not at that point yet. Just wait till the pause happens. There's, of course, I would be willing to bet there's going to be at least one pause.
Probably.
Hopefully not, but you never know. We do have one team readying up. It looks like the Cuties are ready, just waiting on K&D.
Yep. I don't remember if every week or every match this season has had a pause so far. I don't think last week's did, but it just took a long time because it was all 7. Speaking of all 7 rounds on Viaduct, we can talk about K&D
Oh,
dropping 3
yeah.
rounds to Netgraph if we want to talk about news stories.
Yeah, Candy had a little bit of an oopsie on Viaduct, dropping, 2 or 3 rounds to one of the lower teams. But we do have that ready up. We're about to start.
There we go. Finally, it is time to get into this match. We got Candy on the blue side starting out on that attack. Cuties on the red side, going to be hoping to hold them to a long time. And we can see go ahead and what the rollouts are going to be like. We don't have crits out for Cuties on the defense, and the engineer is running. That is Eureka effect, so he'll be going for the big engineer setup.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was looking for, the crit stickies. A lot of demos really like to just, put 8 crit stickies, hide them around the map. Usually maybe get a kill or 2. Doesn't do much in the long, grand scheme of things, but it's a very common strat, so I'm a little surprised that they're not running it.
I rang engineer for Doors pre-match, and I got killed by a crit sticky on the right side like 50 seconds into the round that he just didn't that, so...
Yeah, you gotta look out for them. They'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, as for K&D so far, let's see, what do? We have a Scorch Shot on Zukima. We know he loves to run that one. Bore on the Darwins to counter any opposing Scorch Shots. And looks like we have Gunboats for Muma. Probably going to be looking for an early sack with Jarrett here. Do you know what they do? Oh, K&D does for the early sack?
Yeah, they like the early sack. Jarrett likes the bomb in. There's no bowl of Mayo sack, sadly. They just like the bomb in, sack 3 while they get cart pressure. Syath likes the sack 2.
Yep. We got on the rollout here, Muma going right side. Jarrett taking a big chunk of damage, going to be pushed back. Won't be able to sack with that HP. He'll go back to spawn. Bore furthest forward person on his team, looking for that snipe over the top of the hill. Demento gets cleaned up. Bore, ooh, Reflect from Zuki saves his life, so that's nice. But Demento will be needing to respawn before he can get a sap on the gun or telly soon.
Yeah, Jacob tried to get in there, and he got spotted out super early, rather uncharacteristically. Could not
Here's
get
the
that
sack
sap
in.
in.
Muma
Here
going
comes the
up and
sap,
coming
definitely.
straight back down. Jared's jump going a bit short as well as they do both get cleaned up and Kresnik gets stabbed on the cart. 2K for Micah, getting those pushers off of it. So very good play. Scythe and Scratchy also dropping. And then Borg losing the SBS to WoW. So that's a 7-man sack essentially for Candy. Their cart is up and they will be going for trade soon. Demento dying a bit off time again, so he's going to have a longer spawn.
Yeah, fortunately they're all on the blue team, so they do get those quicker respawns than blue. But yeah, they sacked 7 and got pretty much nothing
No
for
one.
that. I'm gonna expect an exchange soon. They
Oh,
do catch
Micah.
out Michael.
That's nice. Oh, air pipe too. As we do see Medic right now, Rogue out for K&D on the right side. They want to pop Uber over the hill soon. Jarrett and Zuki leading it in. Jarrett taking that Uber. Air blast coming in from Melon to keep them stuffed as counter comes out from Ginseng. But we do have some server lag coming in. Doesn't look like a pause. It just looks like a lot of stuttering so far as the Ubers are being exchanged. This is awkward.
Alright, who leaked info? Speak up. Yeah,
That is an
I'm,
unfortunate start for us here.
yeah, looking like we're probably might have to get a new server.
Third new server. Woo!
Yeah, this happens. Sometimes players accidentally put the info on stream, and then it's
I guess some young
sadly common.
DDoS, some
Yeah,
unwanted people. So yeah, that is a bit of a shame coming in here, as especially Cuties are gonna be feeling pretty good about what happened so far. Their Uber was definitely starting out a lot better. They got the best on Candy's initial sacks, and I'd say they look in pretty good shape here. The sniper's still on playground, and Boar is currently respawning, so it looks like a pretty good post for Cuties if this were to keep going.
yeah. Rogue had to pop early due to a stray pipe coming from a Nerdaloid or Ginseng. I don't know even know how to say his name.
Ginseng,
Yeah,
I just say.
Ginseng. Yeah, a stray pipe kind of came in and forced him early, so Blue's Uber was automatically not as good from the start. But looks like it's not gonna matter because gonna be restarting. Fortunately, if this was gonna happen, this would probably be the best time for it to happen and not like halfway through the game.
Yeah. Yeah, like Cuties would be feeling a bit bad, but it's better than, this going further, them getting an 11-minute defense and then it resetting. But it looks like we are unpaused here as we're going. Uber post coming out, Muma re-jumping onto playground, trying to find some damage onto Adam, and he will take now with the help of Scratchy, gonna get traded on the back end. As the post is continuing, Candy have players up on playground and they're pushing forward, gaining ground, but while with the shot onto Rogue, dropping that opposing medic in the end, Kresnik and Scratchy went as well. They're going for sack mode onto the Cuties medic. It doesn't go very well in the end. Demento, constellation of Wild, but that is a strong defense from the Cuties so far.
Yeah, not entirely 100% clean from red, but that was very good. They got the rogue kill, so now they have Uber red. There's no NG up, so no, the NG is up currently. So yeah, this is pretty much gonna be.
Guns up
probably
with
gonna
3.
dry here.
Yeah, they're just going to look to pressure over the hill right now. Jarrett Zuki walking up. Wild going to win another SBS onto Boar, so impressive stuff from him so far. Muma jumping playground, but gets denied by Adam, cratering on the way down. Zuki as well, dropping some stickies. Wild again is backstabbing, so that's some room to go in. Micah is the trade. Sandblast doing some damage to Kresnik on the front lines, pushing him back, but there's Sandblast running forward onto Rogue, takes him down as well. That 2K onto the combo is amazing for him.
Yeah, already a disastrous start for K&D. This is one of the slower first pushes I've seen, and they're not even close yet. They still have large Uber disad.
We do see Boar winning his first SBS onto Wild there, yeah, so it's going to be 100% Uber disad and a gun to push into. They're a bit weak right now, but Boar finding a second onto Rain is going to give them some space to walk forward here, trying to spam this wrangled gun down. It is about half HP. Melon and Adam dropping at the end as well, yeah.
Yeah, this is where Cuties have to be careful, because they're losing, even though they got such a good first hold. Now that they're losing first, if KD can roll this, it's not going to matter at all if they can get
Speaking
second
of rolling,
and
look at
possibly
Jarrett.
third.
He's in the back line. Muma as well, jumping onto Ray. They do find that kill onto her. So that's very important for this snowball. Demento stabbing Wild for the 3rd time in the game so far, and they're running forward onto the opposing team. Is Scythe the one lagging? Oh my god. He just backpedaled off the edge instead of killing Ginseng. Okay, we'll ignore that. I'm guessing that's why the pause happened. We do see the kill coming onto Ginseng at the end though, so very impressive for Candy to roll this all the way through second. They're past hill. Boars line up on the angle, taking down Sandblast, and they have so much pressure into second here, as well as a full Uber advantage. Oh my god, Boar!
Holy Boar. Yeah, this is a very strong push from K&D. All they need now is cart pressure. With Scythe, they're going to have to rotate more people to cart.
He's back.
But yeah,
Boar is 6K now.
Yeah, Red has to start setting up on third here or else things could get extremely poor. Yeah, they're backing up already.
Ooh, and such a good start from Cuties turns into losing second immediately. They're not going to be too happy about this one right now, as they are going to be on 40% Uber Disad still. Likely won't be able to come to get anything out of it because the cart needs to get up before they can make the push, so Ray should have time to get. But that is a 350 time through 2. That's pretty average considering how bad first went for them.
Yeah, watch K&D here. They like to do this, where they push up tracks like this. They're about to... Ooh!
Side
stab
Zuki, turn around! There we go. More with a 7 count to Ginseng. Oh, but Wild running out onto the roller coaster, finding Rogue at the end. That Uber ad is going to go out the window as Ray going to hold with this. Rain as well finding Jarrett and Scythe on the cleanup. So good stabilization from Cuties there to keep their Uber advantage. Another bombman coming in here. Demento sapping the gun. Muma trying to get in. They don't find anything.
Yeah, that was Candy really does like to do that, where they push in from tracks, but they just kind of got caught out by both the pick classes. Basically, single-handedly got red that full Uber in here. So now I think we're gonna expect that dry to get cart time. This is what Candy likes to do in this situation.
Yeah, Micah is ready to call that out though, cloaked on the cart, so Cuties know exactly what's going on here. I did hear a banner come out from Rain. They're gonna walk out here with battalions onto cart. Do get Demento on the start. We see Kresnik going in the side house, but Micah decloaking on him. Ooh, doesn't see him. Oh, he's too scared though. He's too scared. Yep, that's gonna be Kresnik winning that confrontation. Only one kill trade from that banner.
They're not reacting to it. Okay, now Sandblast is reacting to it. Muma's going in. A lot of pressure from K&D here. They're getting that way more cart time.
Yeah,
than
they should Uber on cart here. Sandblast finally gonna come out with Ginseng as well as Melon trying to get some damage on Melon not getting a flash, so it's just gonna be Scout and Demo in on this. They don't get the people off the cart until just now, but in the side house you see Scythe and Kresnik still doing work, forcing some attention from Ginseng. They're gonna get that cart up the second bend with that dry, and Rogue has full Uber to work with.
Yeah, that was great from Candy. Now they're pushing in. Muma bombs the gun. Now here the full Urat comes in, and Red is totally caught out, dropping about 2 or 3 people here.
Forcer.
Yeah,
and that is a clean third push from Candy, baiting out
considering the disastrous circumstances in which it started, that was a very clean third push. Almost textbook, I would say. Jared dying early,
Sandblast in the back, he's taking out Jarrett and Kresnik, so that's going to buy his combo some time to get into upper. But yeah, it was a very impressive kite out on that Uber. Demento decloaking here onto Ray, going to get spotted out, not finding that stab, taken down. Wild takes that kill for himself, why not? As you see Candy lining up outside main here, trying to get Boar some space.
Yeah, Red's currently rotating to see if they get into upper, one of the strongest points of the map, and it looks like they are going to successfully get into upper. So now Candy has a lot of work to do, because before when they're in the main hold, that's a lot easier to deal with. But once Red gets into these upper tiles, it's going to be very hard to get them out.
Yeah, we see Scythe trying to scout out in the back stairs here, sees the entire combo in upper, Demento with him. Not going to be able to find too much alone here. It's going to be an SBS in main coming up soon while holding this angle. Very hard to get anything done. Micah taking down Kresnik on the front side as the rest of the combo is pushing underneath through backstairs. There's a spy on Rogue. He's all alone. Boar's going to ham him down, but in the meantime, they've dropped Scythe and Kresnik. So they're going to get Ubered on the front. I don't know who forced that, but that was a very good force for K&D in a bad situation. They're going to have full advantage to work with here.
Ooh, Jacob getting the gun down the Enforcer too, so now there's no gun. So this is a very good situation for K&D.
Yep, we're gonna have to see where they want to take this Uber. They are regrouping in the spiral stairs here. They are using Uber into upper. They clear out the defense. Ginseng going down as well, but Adam is left over here, gonna take out Scythe, and he still has control of upper. Cuties kited out into the forward tiles area.
Zukiba flanking, Zukiba. Oh, they got
Zuki and Muma collapsing in from both sides, taking down Ray there. Muma as well getting the kill onto Sandblast. So late deaths in here from Cuties are only 5 up, trying to regroup. There's a mini for K&D in competition with a level 1 on balcony from Wax here. It is doing damage, not taking any in return, so Zuki gonna have to hide from that. Eating some sticky damage, gonna get stabbed out here, and that will be a bit of a soft reset, but Cuties losing Ginseng and Melon at the end there. Boar inside finding some cleanup.
Yeah, this is possible for Red to hold. You have to get a lot of kills to push. It looks like Scythe is trying to get the card up, does get the spy. Scythe pushing the card in, he's gonna get it.
There we go, that dry pressure from K&D. That is the advantage of having offense spawns, is you can just keep running in there. As long as you trade up in kills, you're going to have a permanent numbers advantage on those respawns. Yeah,
I was very impressed with K&D that round, because they had some very unfortunate... They had an unfortunate start to 2 or 3 pushes there that they ended up... They knew how to deal with it, and they played around with it, and they really adapted well to their circumstances, I felt like.
Yeah, from that disastrous first start where Rogue died with like 60% Uber into a complete second snowball, that was super impressive. Then Rogue got sniped out on tracks there. And then they still managed to draw the enemy Uber, dry push properly, and then make it into last, kiting out another full Uber advantage. So really good from them all around. We can sing their praises. It's a 740 time, which in the context of upward is average. So yeah, the Cuties do have a good chance here.
Yeah, it's very pushable, but I would never be unhappy with the 7-minute time unless you got like somehow held for 5 minutes on last. 7 minutes is very, very solid, I'd say. Cuties definitely do have to work for them. They don't have very many room for mistakes.
Yep. Cuties need to put up a slightly above average performance in contrast to take this half. That we know they can do it, so we're gonna have to see how they start up here. Boar is on that danger shield, peeking the right side of playground. We have to see what Cutie's sack looks like.
Yeah, Jared does have the crit stickies around, so I see one of them. I don't know where the others are.
Yeah, I see a couple on the. They're mostly on the wood platform, walking forward on the pillars.
Curious to whether he holds them.
Oh my god, Micah got bombed by Mumo while invisible. That's some great spy sense. Wax and while dying initially. It's the Mayo bomb from Ginseng, but he went on the wrong side. Gonna get taken down very quickly. 5-man sack doesn't find anything. It's pretty standard. They are getting the card up here with Fist Heavy Adam. Probably gonna go down for his troubles, but does get that card up into the choke area.
Yeah, that's about standard for this point. They sacked 5 people again. Wild does get the pick on board though, so Blue should have a lot of space to peek this.
Micah's getting tracked while invisible again. He gets killed off Uber. Not going to get a sap in on the gun here. As we do see Cuties with that sniper pick, they want to walk in here fast. Uber's going to get ready to get popped in through main. While finding kill on the scratch, you know, engineer means that gun is free real estate coming in, but his domain, oh, he gets popped up and dropped. It's going to be Ray running out. That's a great play by the stickies from Jarrett to pop up Ginseng, and they are going to be trying to push in return. Cuties losing everyone. They're only 3 up, and that domain drop as well as banner coming in.
Ray got the bandy bind at the spawn, but yeah, that was going so well for Blue. And then during the Uber exchange in the chaos, Jacob stabbed Wild, and pretty much all Blue's, like, all of the advantage they had was gone because they had no sniper to play around. Yeah, fortunately, Ray did live with her life, so it's not going to be... It's not going to be super huge disad for Blue.
Yeah, only 20%. They're going to look to dry pressure here, and since neither team does have Uber, I don't see if they got their gun. I believe the domain died too fast. Yes, the gun is still up here for K&D. They're going to look to walk forward here. Cutie's trying to find some space here while looking for an angle through the middle of the tracks. Needs an arrow. Oh, sneaking up. We're going to find Ginseng on that one. Sniper distraction was too good. We see Rain bombing in. Paul going across the stairs. Doesn't find anything himself. As just some sack to try and get Rogue. It feels a bit off timing, but they are going to come up on Uber for Candy's side. Cuties need to wait for it as well as their respawns.
Muma has been fighting a Pyro V soldier for the... Jacob getting a 2k, but Muma's been fighting a Pyro V soldier for the past minute. Looks like the KD pick class. Ooh,
oh my god.
Okay, died. Look at Boar's positioning. He is feeling himself right now. Oh, yeah, look at that. He's just standing in main. Yeah, shooting
not getting
everyone.
Contested at all right now. He's sniped Ginseng 3 times in a row, which has been really unfortunate for Cutie's offense. And at this point, we're kind of bridging on a really bad first time, like worse than Candy's first time. We see Ray come up on Uber though, so if Cuties can make this push happen, they're kind of on even footing for the round so far.
Yeah, even though they have the Uber ad, their pick classes are down, so this is already starting Let's Go.
They're Ubering out of the choke. He's going flying, trying to do some damage on his way down. Isn't going to find anything as the gun gets wrangled, and because Ginseng didn't have that Uber on him, he's not going to find anything. We see Rain jumping in, gets reflected and denied by Zuki. The counter kill is onto Scythe and Demento, getting at least something in for Cuties. It's a 5v5 right now, but the banner is popped up for the side of K&D. They're going to look to try and push out here, get some... He's actually holding it, which is really smart. I love that by Muma. He's holding it for the dry push.
Oh, definitely. That was very smart. Yeah, now he's pushing it so they can peek, make space. Because they have their sniper, so they need to not die to the sniper. Looks like the Red Uber has been forced. Walking forward here. Not really much, just kind of to buy a little time. I think Candy should be probably trying to leave. Yeah, here they come. They're leaving.
Yeah, this is a very good first hold for them, and they don't want to get snowballed over second like Cuties did, so they're going to cut their losses, take this. Very good start for Candy. They're taking 3.5 minutes off the clock, and they're still holding Hill, taking down Rain on that sack.
Yeah, Boar had a cheeky peek on a while and got him at the very end there. Not really impactful, but definitely that's the kind of thing that can filter in Sniper. And Michael Ailey getting caught out again while invisible.
I feel so bad for Micah this game. He's gotten invisible killed like 4 to 5 times so far. It's just really unlucky with how he's been rolling out. Boar's really far forward on the hill right now, peeking onto this side. Zuki going to be denying any spam that comes his way. As Cuties do finally walk over, Boar doesn't hit the shot, but it is Demento killing Weil again. So that's going to be sniper advantage for the side of K&D. It's just Adam on forward on these rocks right now. No one else is ready. It's probably going to take it out here very easily. Yeah, so I'm going to clean him up.
Jacob just killed Wild, then dropped down, rotated tunnel, and just single-handedly helped his flank fight win that fight. So not only did he prevent the hill push, he also prevented the tunnel push. Really impactful play from Jacob.
Very good game sense from Jacob there to help his team across all fronts. We do see an Uber through tracks here onto Sam.
Oh no!
Not an Uber through Sam. They're on Sam through tracks here. Gets dropped at the very end. And Rogue, full Uber advantage to work with on the defense here. This is looking pretty desperate for Cuties as the timer's ticking to 3 minutes for 3 points.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much on Boar and Jarrett to lock out this push, considering they have Kresnik down, Zukima's down. This is literally, yeah.
Oh, Sticky's not doing damage.
Red gets to the Uber force, dude. This might not be good for Candy.
Yeah, they're probably going to have to back out here. They did lose Boar and Zuki, no Pyro deny this to 7v7, but the classes are a bit better for Cuties side. They're going to look to walk forward here. Ginseng and Weil peeking over this, trying to get some damage down into the Candy combo, but the Rock is really strong. They're going to re-push in here with the damage they're getting. Jarrett and Muma doing so much AoE to Wild Ray. They're all going to go down. Collapse from Candy is massive. They're going to take down all the key classes for Cuties, and they're going to get their spot back.
Yeah, Blue felt like with the time left they had to dry push, and K&D just had the better defensive position, so Blue got mulched there from multiple angles.
Yeah, just Micah in the backline here, trying to look for something. Sandblast as well. They're going to draw attention to each other as well. Finally wins his SBS onto Boar for this round. Micah going in, trying to find the stab, and he finds Rogue through that back corner. Gets the kill onto him, and now Cuties finally have an avenue into this point. They're going to need to walk forward and take this quickly. It's only 2:15 left on the clock. They kind of need ×3 the entire time.
Blue needs cart time. If K&D's smart, they're just gonna go into tunnel and try to block the cart pushers, which is exactly what they're doing. Blue's winning the team fight, but they're not pushing the cart. And with 2 minutes left, you need as much cart time as possible. They're finally starting to do it, but Scythe is shooting Sandblast, and he gets the kill.
Yep, Zuki as well denied before he went down to Sandblast. So Cart finally get out there, and Candy is spawned up for the sack back in. They're trying to get some damage. Sandblast is still respawning, so Ray goes down to Demento on the back end. Great revolver shots to take down the enemy medic. Candy probably are perfectly fine to back out here with an Uber advantage. It'll pretty much mean the end of the game. But Adam gonna get traded for Kresnik. Heavy trade going on. And finally, Cuties do make the second push work, but they need to catch these players on the retreat.
Yeah, Scythe killed Weil in the backline, so no sniper for Blue to peek, and that's going to be very big, because Boar is going to be able to basically get the freest shots of his life here. Yeah, he's wide peeking on a roller coaster right now.
Yeah, Micah is calling him. Oh my god, Zuki taking down Rain. Sent to the dumpster right there. Gonna get taken down. Boar getting scorch shotted, but the Darwin's is too strong. He's still going to have this roller coaster silent to play with.
Yeah, this is getting to the point where it's not quite garbage time, but Blue's definitely... Some people are probably getting disheartened. This is about where you start to see the final desperation.
Ray died
push.
again to Demento's revolver. I'm not sure if that was a spawn camp, but that's probably going to signal at the end of the half as Rogue full Uber advantage to work with. Unless Micah, oh, he narrowly misses that drop. That would have given his team at least some way, but without ×3 on the cart, without an Uber, it's not looking very good for Cuties. They probably aren't going to be able to do anything here.
Yeah, I'm seeing some Lenny faces in the chat as Blue is still trying to their credit, looks like their heads are still in it. They're trying to hard push tracks here, which is probably their best option right now.
I'm not sure if 45 seconds with the ×3 is possible from this route, but either way, it's going to be K&D Ubering forward onto ramp while finds a snipe onto Zuki from that cart. They do have ×3 right now, so making that work. It is a cow mangler bomb from Muma. Not going to find too much damage on that one. Kresnik's still up here. Can't quite get arrowed by Rogue. Oh, he's burning. He's still alive. Gets wild before he gets taken down for his troubles, and that's going to be a bomb from Rain here. It's garbage time at this point, so we will see Candy take this first round pretty convincingly, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to see who runs away for their stats here.
Alright.
Yeah, Rogue's at the last. No, he's getting shot back by Sandblast.
Alright,
Sandblast,
extra
you
medic
can't escape him. Oh, he's on Zuki too.
Oh, Zuki with that crit flare.
Yeah, crit. I think it was a crit scored shot.
Yeah, mini crit.
Yeah. Yeah, so solid half from K&D, honestly.
Yeah, considering it didn't even go like perfectly for them. They had a lot of mistakes on offense, but their defense was just played so well that Cuties really had no chance back in.
Yeah, the Cuties, they got... I think the main difference there was that K&D ran into some hardships on their offense, but they figured a way around it. They knew what to do to counter the unfortunate situations they're having them. It felt like the Cuties, once they got put in those same like kind of unfortunate situations where you have you have disad, you have numbered disad, things like that, they weren't able to adapt, and they didn't seem like nearly as strong of a game plan to react.
Yeah, you would compare Candy's offense to a recession. Meanwhile, on Cutie's side, they had the Great Depression pushing into upward here. It did not look very good for them.
Yeah, and interesting how I always like one has been definitely getting stronger, but it seems like upward first is definitely kind of been a tough nut to crack on both sides.
Yeah, this point that was once such a give-up point, seen across the entire community is now a firm hold that with a sniper advantage and with good kiting, you're able to do a lot of work by a lot of extra time for your team that you're not really expecting to have on Upward, but it makes it so much easier to win the game when you do have it.
Definitely, and teams are getting better at not only holding first, but getting out of first. That's clean. That's equally as important as holding first.
Yep, because a clean first push means you get that snowball into second like Candy did, and if you can find that, then that cuts the map in half, basically.
Definitely. You can waste a lot of time on any of these points. Opening the logs here, looking at a lot of similar stats. The big person that jumps out is Boar and Scythe.
Yeah, those two, the top fraggers of the server, 19 Boar, 17 on Scythe. Scythe, sub 300 DPM, how dare he? Takes beam, needs more than that.
definitely.
Sandblast getting 270, not no slouch himself, even if he doesn't have nearly as many cleanup and double the deaths. So there is an issue in that for Cuties. Their offense was unable to find a lot of the snowball kills they needed to get going effectively.
Yeah, just looking at the stats, looks like the damages aren't like the damages are definitely favoring K and D, but they're not too far off. Like the
Yeah,
kills are closer and the damage is relatively close, but this just looks like very minor differences that are snowballing.
Yeah, like looking at the stats, you don't want to take too much out of stats because all stats are subjective, but it looks pretty even across the board for the most part. Like we do see advantage for Candy, obviously. They were the winning team; they did play a lot better, so they are going to get these statistical advantages here and there. But really, it just came down to how the teams pushed and how they utilized their advantages to make those snowballs happen. If you like watch the tape back, you're just going to find that Candy did a lot of a better job, snowballing their advantages. Which I sound like a broken record, but it really is just it came down to that.
Yeah, I think one person who stands out a little bit above his counterpart, not even that much, but Muma, it looks like he didn't get that many kills, but the damage he has looks very large.
Yeah, a lot of good banners from him as well there to help his team on the defense when they needed a stonewall the Cuties out. So impressive performance all around. We do have one player Demento into spectate right now. I do believe Cuties hit a pretty fast ready up, which I'm not sure how you want to feel about that considering their offense didn't go well, but who knows? Maybe they already know what went wrong, and maybe they already know they've practiced some solutions.
Yeah, that can run either way, honestly. Like sometimes you have that tilt fast ready up, and sometimes you have the all right, we feel confident. Unfortunate things happened, move past it, ready up. That honestly could go either way. Also, shout out to Muma for top deathing the server, or at least top deathing his team, as I expected.
Yeah, the only person who deathed above him was Sandblast, so even with
Yeah,
that,
that
he had
was
more deaths than
yeah,
Micah, and Micah had a lot of unfortunate spawn deaths, so.
yeah, feeder one and feeder two. Muma's I love Muma. Muma likes to play a respawn timer soldier, and you can see it. It's surprisingly effective, more so than you'd think.
Yeah, I remember calling numerous moments where he's in on the enemy team doing so much damage. Even if he doesn't get the kills, he's doing tons of AoE that's getting
Yeah,
cleaned up on by Scythe and Jarrett.
yeah, the space he creates is just massive because you have to deal with it. There's no way to like ignore that soldier bombing you.
Definitely. And on the counterpart, I want to give a lot of credit to Zukima. He denied Rain so many times from getting some similar impact at numerous points. So very good play from the Pyro of Candy on that side.
Yeah, Pyroplay I think definitely a little unappreciated because it doesn't really show up in the stats, and unless you hit a super sick air reflect, which he did hit, like it doesn't really look fancy. But it's a lot of small things, a lot of small mistakes on Pyro can really build up. And Zukima, I was noticing he very solid, clean gameplay. Like I didn't see any major mistakes from him at all.
Yeah, if I'm gonna nitpick a bit because we're just waiting for ready ups to come through from Candy once they get the last player back into the server. I saw Melon in on an Uber one time for Cuties on offense that she really should not have been in on. Took half her health and damage, was not able to help in the post, which it's a minor positioning mistake and it is a nitpick example, but it just goes to show that these small differences that you might not be able to see at first glance do end up making a difference in how the teams are able to continue their posts.
Yeah, at upper levels, it's you need everything working in sync, and once even a small mistake can snowball because with 9 classes on each side, a lot of variables come into play. So one small mistake can definitely it can single-handedly make or break a push sometimes if the other team is smart enough to adapt. And at these high levels, all the teams are very smart enough that they can adapt. Wow, I cannot use my words today.
And I want to give credit to Rogue as well, because we I don't want to say we called him out in pregame, but we put a spotlight on him to see how he'd play this game. He's done very well in keeping his team's Ubers up and alive. There are a couple of situations where he died, unfortunately, in off time, where like he got dropped on roller coaster to Weil, and then he died to Sample. I'm gonna say the death of Samuelson first isn't even his fault, right? Because he's there in the
Yeah,
corner. If they let the scout in, it's kind of his team's fault.
yeah, most of Rogue's deaths I saw were more of a result of like what the team was doing, more so than like Rogue just like doing some making a mistake on his own. Like it was usually his team made a call and he was following the call, and because of other situations that happened, he just happened to get caught out.
Yeah, but other than that, his Uber mechanics have been very good. We haven't seen any bad player drops from K&D. That's why a lot of their posts have been going so well, as their Ubers have looked pretty good as well. On the other side, I want to take a moment to appreciate on first how Cuties, they had the opening SVS win while got that one on Tabor, and they also while got the sniper or the engineer rather. So no engineer, no sniper. That's a perfect time to snowball first and take that point very easily. But a sticky trap by Jarrett popped Ginseng forward and it popped Ray back. and because of that, Ginseng got dropped on the Uber, and Ray had to run away, Ubering no one. And that play, it's small. It might have been somewhat unintended because Jarrett was. I don't think he was in line of sight of the stickies. But what that did is that single-handedly gave them the first defense that they had. Otherwise, they would have lost it immediately.
You know, I've seen that happening more often recently, and I always just thought it was funny, but it might be intentional. Jarrett's probably one of the bigger brained players in the server, if not in the game. So I could honestly, I'm gonna look next time they push and see if he tries to do it again. That's how you know if it's intentional or not.
Yeah, and obviously, if there's any demo man in the league who's going to do it, it's going to be Jarrett.
Yeah, I actually have seen Bowl of Mayo do that. Believe it or not, that is one of the Bowl of Mayo shreds is launching people in Ubers just in random directions on upward first.
Yeah, and if that really is intentional, he has this whole plan. He knows where Cuties are going to roll up, where they're going to Uber from, and that's just an amazing play. That's buying his team a lot of value for not very much in return.
Yeah, it looks like we're already up here, so looks like the Melon team is starting out in defense. I see Muma on a Beggar's Bazooka.
I see
okay,
Candy
he's
on defense. Yeah, Candy's starting on defense here.
Muma's still on a banner though, so no gunboats for the defensive soldier. I'm looking to see if they have crits right now.
Probably do. Yeah,
they do have crits. Yeah.
I like the banner from Muma. It buys his team a lot of value if he can actually get it off in off time. Saves them from any dry pressure coming in if they need time to regroup. Or even if they need to escape. Like, imagine he gets the battalions, they lose sniper, they need to run, and he pops on his way out so his medic doesn't get sniped.
I can tell you that as a long-time sniper main, that the battalion's backup is the most annoying thing to play against if there are other soldiers good with it, because your class can't do anything. You just your class does one thing, which is headshot people, and now you can't do that. It makes you very sad.
More annoying than Scorch Shot without a Darwin's.
Yeah. Oh, those were some good traumatic times. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Born not be on that, unless he's trolling.
Yeah, it does love that Darwin. I've actually made him run Razorback against me a couple times.
I have seen him go Razorback. Or taking
either way.
kind of an aggressive peek on tracks.
I like the one shot. You know, you're not really punished for it because they can't close the gap onto you that fast. But either way, we are into the round here. Cuties rolling out here. No one's on cart, team.
Yeah.
No one finally gonna get on it.
I think they're Michael Lele coming in. Gets rogue.
Oh
Good
my
drop.
god, what a drop. And they do get the Bolomeo sack in properly this time. They get the gun as well. So perfect start for the Cuties. Their players are gonna go down to a sack, but they do find Scythe and Tsukima as well. So with these kills, they're gonna get spawners up in 4 seconds. They're gonna be able to dry push really quick. Sandblast is in with no gun. He's trying to get some damage done.
He's just in trying to salvage.
Yeah, he got Jarrett too. So amazing play. He dies for his trouble, but that's still a really good play from him to get forward. Bomb in from Uma, trying to find the counterforce into Ray. One rocket, can't hit the second. Gonna surf that into safety. Dementor going down as well. Does force the Uber though. They were kind of scared, and it's fine. Get that one off. It is a free Uber for now. Trying to close the gap here, get anything done, but they're getting denied here. Zuki doing a lot of good work. Air blasting back, and they can't get on the gun or on the medic.
I was gonna say Tsukima's not long for this world, but he lived way longer than I expected to.
I think he got a
Red
pack
taking
there.
some damage here. Red is still kind of like, it looks like they're half in. I'd be a little worried if I were them.
It looks like Cuties should have this set. They get the gun finally, and all of Candy's players are kind of back on the hill, while winning this SBS should kind of secure it.
Yeah, this is kind of a scuff. Yeah,
Sandblast is in.
This is looking very scuffed from
Oh, but Micah again!
lives.
Finding the stab onto Rogue. Ginseng hitting that pipe onto Muma, gonna create her first trouble, but that is going to be the closer on first. And they're gonna have a 50% Uber out to work with, perhaps more once this gets up. But great plays from Micah there to make up for his unfortunate first half. Gets 2 crucial medic picks to give his team the snowball advantage onto second.
Yeah, KD tried to, I feel like, chaos it, and it kind of backfired a little. The only thing that Blue, you could have said improved on that, was that Blue should have pushed the cart. But it looks like Rain is in for a sec and gets denied as hard as he possibly can. Blue's very aggressive here on these tracks. They're just waiting for
gonna get
time
dropped
here.
as well on the
Blue
front
is
side.
And
oh, but there's more. Finally
drop
step onto Ray on the back end. A second onto Ginseng. Candy's chaos does work out this time, as I don't think Cuties were ready to go quite when they had this advantage. When we saw Candy in this position last half, they held Vor up top, they held Stickies on bottom, and it was impossible for Cuties to get out into second. Cuties kind of didn't do that. They saw Wild get dropped, we saw Micah and Rain die off time, and their snowball was just not nearly as clean as we'd like to see.
Yeah, Cuties, they sacked, and then they kind of sat there, and they had like 90% in the covers back. So they're like, okay, wait 10 seconds, and then we can go. And Candy recognized that and just kind of chatted in, and it worked. Wild Peak taking a pretty aggressive peek on
Oh!
Gets Rogue!
Rogue been a walking respawn timer this round, as we're going to see the Candy offense, or the Cuties offense, excuse me, push forward here. They get Boar, they get a stop into the gun. Is going to get unsapped as a level 1, but Jarrett going down to Stickies over the top by Ginseng, going to get arrowed up for his trouble. Rain and taking down Muma while taking down Scythe, and that's going to be only 3 alive for KND, so their re-push was short-lived, and now they're going to lose second. It's going to be about, what, a 3-minute time at this point? It's pretty good for all things considered, but come on, get on the cart, Cuties. Times 3. Get on there.
The only issues I've been having with Cuties so far, other than that one unfortunate fight, is that they just haven't had the cart time when they needed it. It's been it's not major,
Yeah,
but
I'd
those
say they've
little
bled
seconds
15
matter.
seconds on cart so far, maybe 10, 15, somewhere
Yeah,
in that
like,
round.
It usually doesn't matter, but I've seen matches where that 10-15 seconds can actually matter. Chad is Uma is dead. Not trades with the heavy though. That's honestly kind of worth it.
Yeah, that's worth it, honestly, because it means Adam can't take space in anywhere, not in tracks, not in the side house, but it will be a bit of a reset here. Cuties a full Uber to work with, Rogue only 50%, so we're going to have to see what Cuties want to do here going forward. They are walking into the house a lot. Rain getting some whips out, getting some buffs. Looks like they want to go here soon before Rogue can get Uber. They're at 60%.
Yeah, they want to get up this hill, but Boar is in the what I call the Boar position. He's ready and waiting. That it's going to be very tough for them to get up this hill without popping immediately. And Blue looks like they're going to just bide their time and wait, which is kind of a smart play, honestly.
But Rogue's going to get Uber off this. They were at only 50%. They have 50% add to work with, and now Candy are going to have this defensive Uber. Side does get sniped, though, so no Scout able to chase down. Wax on in the side house, Sandblast and Adam on the cart here. They're getting it near the second bend, spiking it, caught out. Demento not able to do anything, as now Uber in here from Cuties.
I don't know if that blue Uber was forced, but I was fine with them waiting for it. But now that they went, I disagree with this decision. Yeah, Blue's just going to lose a bunch of people, so it's basically just a trade. Ubers are even there, so Blue's going to... Hopefully nothing else disastrous happens. They're just going to buy their time, try to get cart time. Ronnie J. Not long for this world, Adam.
I feel like Cuties, with their 50% Uber ad, they could have done a lot more than what they really did. I mean, you can argue they, at least with this Uber, got the card up the second bend, which it's pretty good. You still need to get up one more, but I feel like if they were really on top of their game, they had a chance to snowball into third here, and they just didn't want to take it, or they just didn't see it, one of the two.
They could have. You know what it was? Wild peeked to try to get Boar, and Boar instantly body shot him, and that kind of was just their push. Like, Boar was standing there watching it. Boar, speaking of which, getting another pick on the enemy heavy. I think Blue's trying to take space up with this upper catwalk here. That's looks to be all they're doing, really. Sandblast feeds on the side, but it's not really that important.
Yeah, Scythe is the trade from Wild, both scouts dropping. It's going to be 95% for Ray. Bomb in here from Muma, one rocket. He does force the Uber with the second, so great play by Muma to buy his team that. Rogue's on 100% Uber, going to use in response. Melon gets popped up to the sky, or Zuki, excuse me. Gonna walk forward into cart, try to get this NG off, and they do keep the defense on the second bend. A re-push in from Cuties. Both Pyros are gonna end up trading their lives. Heavy in bend here. Kresnik doing a lot of work, dying Rain, but he does get taken solo. Gonna have to back up, as well as the rest of the team. It is a gun up in defense, but it's not gonna be able to do much when it's alone, and that is the successful push from Cuties there.
Great pressure from Blue. Yeah, Wild got a great opening pick into Jarrett, and then Muma had a great salvage onto the thing, but then Blue just got the space, and without the demo there to counter, the Ubers kind of just fizzled out for Red, and nothing really got accomplished. He was able to take the space for free. Now here's the hard part. We haven't really seen this yet, but here comes the, you know, basically the dry last push, where fortunately KD's not an upper, but this is going to be kind of rough.
Yeah, Cuties do have tiles. You see Adam and Rain going there. Scythe coming in the back, trying to get the kill onto Rain. Gonna just trade damage evenly. He does end up trading his life, which I guess it's worth it if you can get your combo up in tiles, but they're taking a lot of damage in main. Vor gonna save his heavy there, sniping out Sandblast. Kresnik staying alive, gets an arrow in response. It's even Ubers for both teams right now. It's a 10% disset for Cuties, actually, but it should not be that much. It's looking to reset, kind of go spiral right now. It's 5:45 to 3, which is average for this point. If they can get this time around 7.5 to 8 minutes, they'll be happy.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is that Candy doesn't like to rotate upper that fast. They're content to sit in main and do this main hold, so Blue might not have to worry about the tiles hold at all, so they might watch out for their tires pressure. Wild's in tiles alone right now, and they do Uber in.
Yeah, gonna go in through tiles here, forcing Candy's Uber in response. They do get herded out because this main control is held by KD, so they don't find really anything much. They do get Zuki on the back end that Pyro dies to deny, as always, so, you know, that's about his job, and nothing really happens in that Uber. Pyro dies and no one else does. That's a symptom of Candy's forward hold. Because the car pressure was so heavy, Cuties, when they Ubered in, they had to go backwards with their Uber, so it's kind of a side effect. It's a parallel to upward tunnel, where if you hold tunnel, then it doesn't matter where the Uber goes.
Yeah, it's kind of a... Red was very happy with the situation. They Ubered, nothing happened, same situation as before, they wasted time, that's all they want. Wild, they're getting very aggressive in main here. This looks like a dry. I don't know if Candy's ready for this.
Yeah, flank goes down early, but Weil and Adam get traded in response to Mento and Zuki finding a kill apiece.
Mento was
doing
ready
some
for
sport
it.
shot damage, trying to push Kresnik back. Melon getting a lot of pressure in main Ginseng as well. It's going to be 85% Uber for both teams. We're even once again.
I'd like to see Blue try to take some tile pressure here. I feel like they've been trying to just headbutt into Candy and main, and it hasn't been working. Like, it's fine if you do it the first 1 or 2 times. You do have a banner, though. That might,
Banner
there
from
we
Rain
go.
here, going to go in with
banner.
the Uber, trading it off. Micah is the first casualty. Sandbox as well going down, no cleanup available, as the Ubers are just kind of staying in main here. No one can really find any space. They do
Jared
finally...
might get caught out here. No,
yeah,
he's
that
going to
banner
make it
in
back
post
to
helps them so much, doing a
Wax
bunch of damage.
on Rogue and full on. Wax gets Rogue. Engineer play coming out from Wax. And he's pushing through main, though, trying to get as many kills as they can.
On the counter, Scratchy did find 2 kills with his Wrangler, so doing a lot of work on that defense. Gun stays up, very important for this defense to get reset. So another good hold from Candy. They did end up losing their medic, but it's only about a 20%, 25% diss by the time he spawns. So they can stall out just long enough for that, then they'll be happy. But Cuties, they want to make this work. Ginseng goes down early, though. That's not good.
Jarrett managed to trade out with Ginseng. Might not... Whether you can agree with it's a good decision or not, it definitely does buy Red a little time, so they don't have to deal with things. And yeah, now that Wild's dead, this push is going to be blunted very hard. Muma in. Muma getting... I don't know where he came from, but he got
Ray, Melon.
Ray from the back.
Yeah, and he got in from the back, and Zuki walked into the front, took down Adam, did damage to Melon, so good combo play by those two, getting that damage in, and that is the kill onto Ray, so that means Rogue's Uber Dissat is no more, going to be at a 50% advantage to work with, and Candy, they have the option to go tiles right now, but it looks like they're just going to stay main, no one's contesting them.
Yeah, they really like this main hold. Yeah, also, Michael they tried to get the gun, almost got it. Wild does get bored though, see, this is where it can get kind of hairy, because now they have the sniper ad. Jacob got caught out. There's nothing to really stop them from, they're taking the tile pressure. Yeah, now they have Wild tile. Wild's gonna take free shots on the Rogue.
Rogue taking a bit of damage. While can't find the shot, they are going to force this Uber out. They get Ray as well. Zuki in the backline finding that medic against. This is a free Uber for Candy to kind of regroup and regather themselves. A lot of damage in the post coming in. Melon trying to find that pick onto Ray, or onto Rogue, but isn't able to.
This respawn's coming in. Wild still alone. Finally dies in tiles, but it's...
there's the Frontier Justice crit. Scratchy kills Weil on that one, so I don't know what that was.
This is winnable for Red. The respawns are here. It is notoriously hard to get upward cart past that last little, like, rollback part. Yeah.
Scratchy does have a level 1 and revenge crits to work with. Demento getting a stab onto Adam means a lot of space to work with. He just sniped Ginseng from upper with the revenge crits. I love Scratchy.
That lack of damage fall really coming into play. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, Cuties, it looked like they had such a good position, and it feels like Candy just fought back a little, and now they're back... It seems like they're back at square one.
It's really a symptom of the post-Ubers just being so much better for Candy. Even when they do lose players, they're in spread positions where their health on the remaining players are better. Yeah, Rangan trying to get some pressure in here through tiles. The combo walking in right behind him. Wild does have upper right now. His Scythe kills Melon and Micah in the backside, so 2 kills for him. Gets traded out by the burn damage. A lot of damage going on to Cuties and tiles. They're going to have to regroup and back up here. Demento going to be calling them. Gets the call into Wild for sniping him out. Does get traded by Adam. So Candy are down 4 here. This could be working for Cuties.
Yeah, here comes the Cuties Ubering it. It's a heavy versus a gun. Now that's I don't know how much DFU everyone has played here, but heavy versus a sentry gun is not very effective. But they finally got it down. Cuties on the card.
Looks good for Cuties. Rogue needs to get this Uber. Is at 85%. Not going to get it in time.
How many kills did he get? He has so many revenge crits.
He has more. He's the card though.
He shot 4 shots.
Just see Demento land on Wax, stair stabbing him before the card could go in. It's just 3 alive for Candy, and it will be Cuties finally getting this push in. 11-15. That is not good for Cuties.
Yeah, it's always upwards one of those points where no matter how long your defense is, it's always winnable, but this is definitely 11-14 is where it starts to get kind of rough. That's where you need like a hard hold pretty much on either 3rd or 4th. You need one of those points to be on lockdown and waste a lot of time.
I feel like Muma's been playing a randomizer rocket launcher where I've seen him on Beggars and I've seen him on Cow Mangler, so...
Yeah, Muma's having a grand old time out there. I'd like to give a shout out to Jacob. I feel like, aka Demento. The Demento's been having a lot of really good picks at really good times, I've noticed. Definitely, he's kind of thriving in the chaos of these post-Ubers very, very well, and it's gonna be very difficult on any Pyro, on team in general, to really fight people and watch their backs at the same time, and Jacob's doing a very good job of play off that.
With an end time of 11:15 about, remember, Cuties had a time of 5:40, 5:45 through 3, so that last hold was over 5 minutes long, pretty much doubled their time on pushing. They're not going to be happy about that when they have to look at the book, see exactly what they're doing wrong here, what Candy are doing right. That forward hold in main might be a symptom of what's going wrong for Cuties, so that might have to be a thing that you review. Maybe all you teams watching, check that hold out, see if you can emulate it.
Yeah, it's there's a long period of time where upward last has definitely just been like, yeah, sometimes you get stuff on it. It just happens. Could happen to Candy right here. Wow, very aggressive in the main. Taking out Scythe and Jared, I guess.
Yeah, Boar got double piped by Ginseng, so he has that SVS advantage, can peek out as far out as he wants.
Yeah, you could say it's a early sack, I guess. That's the nice way of putting it.
Yep, we are going to see a Sapper get put onto the telly from Demento. He gets the telly on the front side, so no fast respawns for Red. As we are going to see players move forward.
Who on the beggars?
Yeah, going to hopefully get some burst damage out. Looks like he's going to jump playground with it.
He was bombing!
One rocket, two rocket.
Oh, he almost got it.
Yeah, Weil going to take the SVS onto Boar, as well as Zuki dropping and Muma going down on that jump. So, sack, this is the real sack, if you will. It doesn't work out too well. Kresnik as well sniped in the downtime side, running into the gun, it's fine.
Yeah, this is, this is pretty standard right now. The only thing that's really happening is that Weil's feeling a lot better about himself now, which can be important. Mental's very important on Sniper. He's getting those picks. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit to really get you in the groove.
Yep, here's the Uber in through Hill right now. Jarrett taking a solo. Rogue trying to get some damage in. It is Melon in response, air blasting him back. Not going to find too much damage. Demento and Muma dying in the off time. Muma's still on a respawn timer. Uber is better. Scratchy goes down on the backside. Defense holding pretty strong. Rain doing a lot of spam damage. Boar is peeking over the hill right now, but Sandblast and Micah die in the downtime, so they're down 2 in the post. Demento cloaking over upper and trying to find something. Jumps around the side. Gonna get that stab onto Adam. Great play by him. And Candy want to keep the dry push going.
Yeah, this is where that lack of teleport is really going to come in. The teleport's coming right now, but like without those fast respawns, it's just a slow bleed over time that you really can't do much about. So I am being very aggressive on this hill. Oh, Ginseng drops so low. Candy's playing off it though. They're just pushing. Pyro down.
Backside. Demento finds the stab onto Ray. They couldn't keep them out long enough. And Cuties, oh my god, goodbye Muma. He will be the trade. I do believe he's in a crater. Unless he landed on the pack. Either way, that medic pick in from Demento is massive. Gonna be looking to push forward here, RKND. Kresnik is forward on the rock spot, hoping to get some of his teammates with him. It's gonna be him versus Ginseng on the side here. Micah looking for him, does draw him out. I hear a banner going off. Well, that's a tunnel fight from Rain, I do believe. Yeah, going off right now.
That's a smart play from Rain.
Yeah, Rain gets Scratchy as well.
That's a smart play.
Oh, he has high ground.
Yeah, very good play from Rain. He really blocked that cart pretty much single-handed. Blue is Ubering in though. They're kind of Ubering into a sniper, it looks like. They got a pyro. Scythe does get that sniper, but lack of cart time is a little distressing.
Oh,
yeah, Ronnie with the reef fight. Oh, it's a collapse.
Sandblast and Adam collapsing in there, taking on Boar and Rogue and Jarrett. Amazing play from them, as well as the flank who stopped the cart. So this is going to be holdable for Cuties once they get their players back up. Cart is being rotated onto by the combo of Candy, though Zuki and Kresnik are down here with Scratchy getting out of the tunnel. It's a recontest in here from Cuties walking out through main. A lot of damage onto the cart going down. Zuki drops, Scythe drops, Kresnik drops. Demento gets a stab with the Adam as Constellation. Muma in the front side can't quite get just the defining rocket out here. Demento dropped as well. Ran getting the 2k with the rockets. And Boar is in with a snipe onto Wax, so no defensive NG going to be able to set up here, but Cuties are holding for now.
Yeah, Candy's definitely taking the position of, well, Ubers don't matter if we just grind fights. That's what they tried. It's not, they got a little bit of cart time, which is, I guess, all they really could have done in that situation. So overall, I'd say that's in net neutral. Like, people did die in that, but they weren't really, like, long term, it doesn't matter. Because now it's even Ubers, so this is going to be the situation that was inevitable, pretty much.
Wax had the option of switching back to level 3s when his team stabilized, but he stayed on the minis, so that couldn't come back to haunt them in the back end. We see Demento looking here for a stab, gonna get found by Melon. Not gonna be able to kill him though, sets him on fire, Wax gets this kill. Yeah, Uber in the front side on both ends. I didn't see who was better, but it looks like ground is being taken by Cuties, but Sandblast gets dropped, does not get that flash. Kresnik gets the kill onto him, Ginseng gets chased down by side, and this Uber is pretty disastrous right now for the side of Cuties. Jarrett is gonna be a spawner, so at least there's some time to work with, but the mini and the heavy is not gonna be enough to hold this.
Yeah, both teams dropped people of the Ubers. Sandblast got dropped and Jarrett got sniped during or immediately after the Ubers, but Blue just had the numbers advantage. Red are gonna get numbers here. The problem here is that this cart time, they're just getting their cart up now, so Red is in a good position to fight this. Oh, that bomb from Rain.
Yep, while as well finding the snipe onto Kresnik, so they're looking to walk out here. Rain, the 2K, got a lot of work in for his team. Cuties looking to recontest here as Muma goes down on the top side. Sandblast cleaning him up. It's just Demento in right now, so they're going to have to be reset here. K&D, they do have full Uber compared to Ray's 85, but they likely won't be there fast enough to take advantage of it. So it's another reset for Cuties. They're doing a good job here. Oh,
Yeah,
but Force headshot the body shot takes a while.
Okay, that's pretty big, because now K&D's going to be able to take a lot of space. Oh, they get forced early, though. I don't know what happened.
Don't drop Ginseng, please. Okay, does manage to stay alive.
Yeah, this is a patented Sandblast solo. Oh, I guess they flashed someone, not a Sandblast solo.
Yeah, Muma gets split on the back and unable to get anything there. So they did get 2 kills. It was not really that much because there's a lot of damage on the backside. Zuki did a lot of burn, doing a lot of damage and applying a lot of Grievous wounds. So the health is really bad for Cuties. A lot of players really low.
Jacob's in on the mid and he gets spotted out. He's on the mid. Finally gets caught. But even off of that Jacob, it looks like Blue's still trying to pressure a bit.
Yeah, there's still really big health advantage for Candy as well as a spawn advantage, so a lot of that damage the Pyro did is sticking. We're getting reflected by Melon. Spy in here, not going to find anything. Micah going down. Ginseng as well, clean up by side. 2K running forward onto the hill here. He's still alive, pressuring onto Melon. One more shot will take her down. Does escape into the tunnel from outside. It's going to chase into a mini sentry. Gets taken down by Wild. So unfortunate for him, but Candy is in with the rest of this. Rain going down. A lot of the combo taking pressure, and this should be a Candy point.
Yeah. Adam's still fighting this and getting vote. Okay, Jacob finally.
At least they forced the Uber out.
Yeah,
if
they did
can escape with their lives. They're good.
Like Blue did lose this point, but that was or not Blue. Red lost this point, but this is kind of what Red needed, honestly. Like this is now a very winnable situation for
Jacob
Red.
Forces the Uber out of Ray in the back line. That is so important. Now they're not going to have a defensive advantage. Yeah, it's so unfortunate for Cuties. They were just looking good. Pretty much pulled the time back to even with a 5-minute second hold, but either way, it does not pan out for them. They're going to lose that Uber, and Candy going to walk for your pressure. Jared. Yeah, there goes Jared.
That was, sometimes you just get blindsided. It happens.
Yep, and will be another cart pressure from Candy here, trying to push it up while they wait for the Uber. Rogue has about a 15% advantage.
And they're going to drop Sandblast.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Enemy Spy does get the trade, but now Red doesn't have a flank to watch this cat. So
they have Mike on it though. Savs Dementos of counter espionage, so at least they don't know what's up there so far. Demo Man on cart here.
Time. This is honestly fine. Yeah, they're just getting cart time here. That's honestly all they really need to do right now. Like they don't have Uber for an exchange. Now they do. But yeah, now Micah coming in, getting 4. Micah kind of on a rampage right now.
Uber in through the main here from K&D. They do push out first. Melon, they're going to air blast someone really far back before getting revenge by Scratchy.
Scratchy at the base cannon.
Yeah, doing that big damage to the Pyro. Muma jumping in, not going to find anything as the Uber from Cuties is very good, doing a lot of damage, getting a lot of cleanup. But Demoman getting air blasted around as well as Soldier. Rain trying to fight the cart, does take down Kresnik and stays alive until he craters on the floor. Sandblast cleaning up Demento, Sandblast cleaning up Syath, and Demento going down on the backside. Ginseng kills Scratchy to end that push, and that's a pretty solid hold from Cuties altogether.
Yeah, Blue tried to get that cart up with the rollback, and they just managed to fail it. Rain really did a really good job blocking that cart, so now Blue's in pretty much the same situation as they were in before. This is very quickly turning into a very good hold for Red.
Yep, very good start for Cuties. 3:30 on the clock.
In on Rogue, backing up now.
That's fine. Just gonna stay alive for post. Boar is on Catwalk, gonna drop down towards tracks. All of Candy on tracks. Now Demento's waiting for the heavy and bucket. I'm gonna find that though, not gonna be caught up by that one. Melon is killed though, as well as Ginseng, so combo from Cuties looking very weak. While gonna trade back on
getting Pyro.
Yep, it's the fist heavy side, gonna get taken to the low ground.
Michael Lilly getting the entire combo, and Jarrett.
What a chain stop by him to keep his team in the good here. Oh my god, Waxy wrenched
That was actually bigger than expected because he blocked that from rolling back, and if that didn't roll back, KD pretty much wins that point.
Yeah, that's actually the play too, because he had the fists out, so the melee does bonus damage. That's the most effective way to kill the heavy there. Wax maximizing his engineer gameplay, and now his team's at a full Uber advantage, and the cart still has to go up the hill. So looking very good for Cuties here. 2:30 going to be on the clock by the time Candy can get back out.
Candy needs to get this third and roll it into last. They're pretty much going to have to get third and then immediately drive fight into last. Sandblast kind of feeding.
Yeah,
Scouts are traded.
Pyro NG on cart here for Candy. Ginseng gets sniped, so no demo man. They have to Uber on the Soldier here.
The cart. And
oh, Rain craters in the pit though. Taking it very low. Melon doing some burn damage on the side, but Scratchy, Zuki still pushing up.
Blue
Jarrett
on the cart
as well.
Again, and now they have no classes to contest it other than Weil.
No spam, so they're gonna have to back out here. They're gonna take their gun, sniper, and leave.
And Blue is Uber at. If KD's gonna win this, they need to use this Uber to get into last and make space. That's what they need to do here.
Jensen's going to be super
No
mad that he
NG
got
either.
sniped out 2 times in a row on that third defense. Can't find anything. Muma gets reflected by Melon, so Sack not going too well while winning that SBS as well. Jarrett going to get caught out in the backstairs here. Not going to die quite yet. He's actually going to get out with his life. Micah going to call him out. He's cloaked on the cart. So yeah, Candy, 95% Uber. We have to see what they want to do here. Spike is in.
Oh, what's the stat?
Unfortunate for him, Scratchy with a 2k there on that side. It's only 6 up for Cuties. They're going to need some spawners. Gun is a level 3 though, as Candy are pushing into main.
I think 4 and Scratchy does to a sticky trap. That's actually bigger than you'd expect. But Red has the even Uber's been sitting pretty in upper. This is going to be a very tall order for
This is
Candy.
Rogue and Jarrett in by themselves. No one else isn't even near. Zuki gonna get a latch, but he's super low. They're gonna have to flash everyone and leave. This Uber was terrible from Candy. They dropped like 3 players in passive and then ran in with no HP. They're all gonna get cleaned up. That was
they had to take an exchange there, and it's just exchanging it to upward last is like why bother sometimes. But
they lost
they're
3
kind of
people.
forced.
I was thinking like they had 3 people on cart when Rogue and Jarrett were like back in spiral, not even doing anything. Then they Uber alone. That was super questionable. And now they're gonna get an Uber diss out with 1 minute left. If they lose this round, they're gonna need to look at that one.
Yeah, this is definitely Candy has to dry here. That's pretty much their only hope, and they have the gun and the team in upper. This is
not looking good.
Yeah, this is not looking good, but it's always winnable, as they say. Candy, they're doing a pretty smart thing. They're pushing main, and they have people distracting other doors.
Wild's dead as well. Rain,
Muma's bombing up. Muma off. Yep.
They're getting the kills they need.
Yes, yeah, they're actually getting some kills here. This is winnable.
Yeah, no explosive classes. Goodbye, Muma.
Yeah,
the overheal heavy on the cart
this is
Empire,
winnable.
that's hard to
They're
deal
on
with.
cart.
Adam and Melon gotta peek this, they're gonna Uber in. Micah, the only block cart gets a flash, that's actually a pretty big flash to keep his team blocking it. Ray blasted the enemy spawn, Melon's gonna get some damage walking forward, and that is a successful defense, but they need to get players back. Ray getting flamed by Zukima does end up living on the backside. It's a 7v7 right now.
Here. They're coming in right now.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. It's gonna be about sacking on the cart for both teams, but Rogue's gonna have Uber, so this is actually important. They can get to the spawn gates.
And they use into Uber, now they use into spawn, they're blocking the spawn, now yeah, they're getting cart time.
Look
they're
at
getting cart
Adam
time.
and Ray. They're doing a lot of cart deny. It's 5 seconds. No one's on it for Candy. They're gonna all wipe.
Yeah, Red did the smart thing and just they split up, ignored the Uber, and shot the cart players, and that's all they needed to do. Very good hold from Red. That entire
Rain was in the side tunnel window, or the side tiles window, and Adam was in the back tiles window. So they both just P-card at the same time and shredded those pushers. So Cuties with that, they're gonna even up the series at 1-1. Candy are not gonna be happy about that, considering they had an 11-minute defense to work with.
Yeah, it looks like my prediction's already wrong. But yeah, Cuties did the best thing they could have done. The worst thing they could have done was just snowball and get Ubered on, but they did the proper thing where they split up, so the Uber literally could have done nothing useful. And then, yeah, they just all shot the cart players, because that's, it doesn't matter how many people drop as long as the cart doesn't get capped there.
I really need to keep chastising Candy for that Uber on to last that they did, the one where they just dropped other players, because I was watching through X-Ray because you can't see the entire point. I saw 3 people go on cart pushing into main as fast as they can. They died to gun and stickies, that's fine, whatever. But then I saw Jarrett and Rogue walking underneath by themselves. And then Zuki joins in late, he's 1 HP, Kresnik joins in late because off a spawn, he's really low. And then they just have to leave and they'll get wiped. I have no idea what the call was in their team. It looked like the 2 halves, the cart side and the combo side, just did not have the same plan at all.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but my guess would be that Demento was gonna call that he was gonna try to sap the gun, and something unfortunate happened, and he wasn't able to do that. Because that would have been a very good play if the gun was down or getting sapped, because then the people who walked in main would just basically cap for free. But what I think happened was that someone had to go for a play, basically, and, due to no fault of their own, they could not make that play, and then that kind of just screwed the entire push from there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go look at that one in the demo review, as well as I probably will, because I have no idea what they were doing there. But either way, the 1-1 for Cuties is very good for them, taking that match point. We didn't go over it too much, but Cuties are in first place over match points, because Candy did drop 3 rounds compared to Cuties dropping 1. So I do believe that even if Candy end up winning this, Cuties are still tied for first.
That is a possibility. I haven't looked at the standings myself, but I would believe that. I mean, I don't know who has the. Have either of these teams played Memento Mori yet?
Yeah, Cuties swept them. And I think they both swept Memento Mori.
Okay, they both did. Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much this match has a very good chance of determining basically who gets first seed, unless, again, something disastrous happens like that KD fiasco on Viaduct, then...
I mean, it could happen again.
Yeah, I mean, I think seeding can be a little overblown sometimes in terms of, like, once you make playoffs, it's kind of pretty much its own little season. Like, once you get into playoffs, regular season's, a thing of the past.
Eventually, the best teams will come out. It's just having the easier first match to guarantee the second place, which is a big increase in prize money from third.
If you give that K&D that first seed, then that's, it's going to be an uphill battle from there.
Yeah, we have the stats on screen here. We can take a little quick look. Shout out to
Oh
Rain,
yeah.
26 kills, Ginseng 27, those two topping the server. A lot of damage from those explosive classes, while as well stepping up his game with 25, winning a lot of the SPSs into Tabor we didn't see him win in the first half.
Yeah, Rain really did a good job just shooting the cart pushers, and people, especially in pugs, will make fun of people for shooting the cart pushers, but it's definitely honestly some of the best plays. He was pretty much single-handedly preventing Candy from getting that cart pressure during their fights, which is what they wanted to do.
Yeah. Another thing to look at is that Rogue did have double the deaths of Ray, so Ray doing a great job staying alive there, getting some clutch Ubers in when they needed them. It feels like Candy had chances to do the same, but I don't know if they were just weren't protecting their medic at crucial times, or if it was just a bunch of garbage deaths from Rogue. Either way,
Yeah,
with
yeah. Sometimes it's like you get your med killed with team things, and other sometimes you're just doing the thing and your med explodes randomly, and it's hard to tell sometimes whether that's the medic's fault or the team's fault or someone else's fault in particular. Assigning blame for that is difficult, but what Candy needs to do is not let their medic keep constantly exploding like that.
yeah, and you got to think right. Double the deaths on your medic is really bad. They lost by seconds,
Yeah.
single-digit seconds. If they can correct these small errors in their combo that's making them either drop players during off time or making their pushes just make no sense sometimes, then they're probably just the favorite to win. First half was very decisive, and that defense looked as well, just as decisive. But something happened in K and it just resulted them kind of throwing out that round where they had an 11-15 defense.
Yeah, that's sorry, I'm dealing with something
It's
right
okay.
now. Sixes stuff. But yeah, looks like Candy. Yeah, I believe that Candy is the type of team. Some players are tilters. I'm not gonna name names, but there are a handful of tilters on Candy. But the rest of them are level headed enough that I think they'll be able to talk about it and come back. You have a lot of good, I'd say, analytical minds like Jared and Kresnik are both very good thinkers about how the game works. So I'm sure that Jared and Kresnik and those players are going to be able to diagnose the problem.
As for the Cuties, you don't want to say more of the same because their defense or their offense was bad, right? 11-15.
Yeah.
Their last push did not work in the slightest. They need to find out what's making that go so wrong with Candy's forward hold, and if they can correct that, then they'll probably be in a good position. Their defense, they found out what worked and they did it. Whether or not you can say it was Candy not playing very well, Cuties still have to play well to take advantage of it. You always have to just take what you're given and roll with it, and Cuties did that very well.
Yeah, it's sometimes sorry, I was sometimes it just be like that. Also, I'm looking I had to sorry, it's rather difficult to cast and lead a sixes team at the same time, but I told them to go get a ringer, so now we are good.
That's it. Now you can keep watching more Highlander.
I'd
Most
rather
hype
do
match
that,
of the season. We're
honestly.
going to all three halves. If this was a 2-0, I wouldn't say it would have been disappointing, but it would have been a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, I was gonna say a Swift 2-0 might wouldn't have been as good for a storyline maybe, but it definitely going all the way is very interesting. It's maybe your prediction might be true.
Yeah, so far mine's the only one still in the running. That would be the 2-1 for K&D, but either way, both these teams a lot more evenly matched than some might have initially thought. We did note they were probably the two best teams that Invite had to offer, but for them to go 1-1 on this map just shows a lot that both can contest each other very well. Whether or not it's that Cuties are better on the map than we expected, or K&D just aren't as fresh on the map as they've been in the past, it could be up for debate, but both teams definitely have a lot of strengths coming in here.
I gotta say, shout out to Muma for dying 32 times in 24 minutes.
Jesus.
That's levels of feed that have only been theoretically possible before, but Muma's making them come to life.
Yeah, if you want to talk about DPM as well, Rain nearly top damaged the server, just below the two demo man, only 20 below his. A lot of good damage, a lot of good staying alive, and a lot of good banners from Rain. We've seen him do that numerous times in previous seasons. Been that rock of a soldier that your team really needs. Soldier, one of the best classes if you can do good AoE, stay alive, keep space for your team, and make a lot of space moving forward and pushing on the defense as well. So, yeah, great play by him overall.
Yeah, it looks like I don't think either team's ready. Okay, it looks like Candy has ready up, so they're ready. So it looks like we're just waiting on Cuties right now. Maybe they're going over strats, celebrating their round win. Who knows what they're doing?
Maybe. We still don't know for sure if Cuties would be in first place after this with just a round, so they might be thinking about that. But either way, they want to win the match. They have something to prove here that they really are the best team that Invite has.
Yeah. I gotta say it again. I was very impressed with Rain last round. I think he was really, to me, the standout player of that. Like the plays he did weren't Like, they weren't, I mean, some of them were huge plays, but they were just very, like, very small little impacts during team fights and post fights that really just helped cement that victory.
Yep, very strong. And you got to look at like Muma's style of feed soldier and be like, yeah, he does make space for K&D, but at what point is him dying that much actually being a net negative, where he's just not there gaining as much space? When Rain is left unchecked, he can kind of just run amok, get as many banners as he wants.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest argument you can make against the feed soldier is that, for a long time, K&D had Etnian soldier, who is basically the opposite of Muma soldier, where Etni, instead of feeding, he just kind of sits around and watches the flank the whole game. And not having that, like, flank watching presence definitely leaves K&D open to some flank plays. Like, you saw Sandblast get in behind. You were seeing a lot of plays where, like, Spies and other players who might not have gotten in on other K&D variations got in. So that's definitely if you were to make one argument against the feed soldier, that would be it. But K&D, when they picked up Muma, they knew that's the style of soldier that they wanted to play with.
Yeah, it would be a bit of a departure from what they're used to, like you mentioned. So maybe a bit of that is coming in back to haunt them, where they're not used to having all these threats from different angles to worry about. Etni would have previously dealt with it. So whether or not they're keen to keep playing with the feed soldier, they like this style. We'll have to see whether or not they might rein Muma in, tell him maybe try to live a bit more, not be a
Yeah,
walking respawn timer, but it's whatever they decide to do at this point. It is 1-1 in this series. If you're just joining us, K&D versus Cuties, whoever wins this match, we believe, yeah, if whoever wins this match will be first seed going into playoffs, assuming that no freak rounds are dropped. Who knows, they might be. So this is a very important match for both sides, and third half will be coming up shortly.
definitely. I'm seeing Muma typing in the chat saying pity round. That is what you like to see, at least
That is
people
what
are
you like to see
typing.
from the player who top death the server.
Yeah, clearly, once Muma starts trying again, it'll all be over.
Yeah, and going forward, we can talk about while we wait for the teams to ready up, how upward last has been the breaking point for this match. You kind of previewed it in the opening, where this would probably be where the teams found out like what's working, what's not, and who wins the rounds in clutch. And so far, it's gone 1-1, one each side, where you've seen good holds from both teams, you've seen bad pushes from both teams. So if you want to see any adjustments coming in this half space, because what do you want?
I want to see what I want to see this half.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a cleaner game maybe. There's been a lot of like, it's been very exciting, but there's definitely been a lot of like very rough, kind of sketchy post fights going on from both sides. I think that what I'd like to see maybe is one of the teams, I don't really care which one, but one of the teams trying to clean that up and trying to get some very like, instead of chaosing, maybe trying to be a little more clinical about what they're doing. Because the chaos seems to be favoring the cuties, so I feel like K&D is going to try to maybe prevent some of that chaos.
Yeah, you'd hope that the teams are able to clean up their performance coming into the last half, although who knows, fatigue could be an issue going into it. We do know that as the game goes on, it can be harder. It can get harder to play properly, listen to comms. Some things get made drowned out. So we'll have to see who's able to keep that composure up just long enough as the rounds are about to start.
Yeah, that being said, though, the chaos is fun to watch.
Definitely.
Candy is starting on blue, so I'm curious to see how their sack goes. I don't think we've really seen a successful first sack yet. Uma's already in.
But no, we saw the drop, Micah.
The drop, true, right, I forgot about that.
We'll be rolling out here. Yeah, death
Uma
number one,
already
count
on
him up.
pace.
Looks like Dementor's going to be trying to cloak in the rock here. His cloak wears out and gets spotted by Melon. Bicycle melted, it's fine. We see Jarrett and Boar walking over the hill. Boar getting sniped up by Wild. Great job by him to keep his team in the advantage. Demento getting caught out here, taken down.
Getting hunted down by Sandblast.
Yeah, he had the dancing
Sandblast
shoes
typing
on.
in chat.
Oh, he's typing to him.
Yeah.
Does that count as a Sandblast taunt for the bingo sheet?
Yeah, there's the Sandblast drop.
Okay,
in the
second death from Uma, count him up.
Yep, another death from Uma. This looks like pretty
Sandblast for Saiyan,
yeah.
who wins? Oh, they trade.
They traded, yeah. That's 3 bingos checked off
He
right
types
there.
LMFA, that's 4 bingos.
Yeah.
Oh, but Uber in through the hill here. Jarrett taking a solo. Melon denying it. Very late Uber for Cuties. I mean, they're going to have a lot of time left over. Flashing Jarrett in. Ginseng as well getting one. Muma trying to jump on the playground.
Does get wild.
Yep, Micah as well going in the back end. So no pick classes for Cuties going
It should
forward.
be a very good post for Candy.
Yep, they're walking forward their explosive classes, and it will be a back out here for Cuties. They're trying to get their mech out without getting sniped. Oh, and he can't! 4 hits the shot on Ray going out of there. They do get the engineer out. Yeah, the sack is great for Candy. They get the kill to Melon.
He's just in! He's headshotting everyone!
Oh, he's flush on Adams,
man.
1 HP. All that Cuties have left is the gun.
Actually, no one's still stopping Boar. He's just taking all the things. Now, Adam is in side tunnel. I think they know, but I'm curious to see what they do with Adam. They might not know.
Ooh, that'd be bad if they don't want the Cruppers to get wiped, but the gun is gonna go down.
They're looking for him.
Yeah, Adam is found
He
out.
does get Tsukima.
Yeah, so they have to go clear. Oh, but wow! Rolling out through main, snipes Rogue in return, so now the medic disadvantage has been neutralized. Boar is on this top platform trying to get a shot through the window, gets bombed in by the soldier, Rain taking him down. So this is going to be a late stabilization from Cuties, but if they can get their spawners up.
Yeah, look at their respawns though, that's the issue here.
Yeah, Ginseng 15 seconds, very long. The rest of the team, they should be up very shortly. Scythe does go down in the downtime, so he's going to be up on a respawn. Wax on these mini sentries that we saw him running last half. We're going to get a reset here as Ginseng, once he gets up, it's all Cuties in full force.
Yeah, while getting a pick on Tsukima there, and looks like they're gonna fight, so I can't really say what I want to say, but yeah, it looks like there's just gonna be a dry fight here. Candy kind of trying to take hill pressure. Boar coming in, getting a pick. They're trying to just make space for Boar right now, and it's working.
Oh, he's not gonna find the medic. Trying to go, but he gets melted and get caught
Jacob's
out.
making a distraction, and they're walking forward off of Jacob getting caught.
Yep, although it is full Uber popped out here for Cuties, they're gonna try to walk forward.
Look at this backup. This is a flawless backup from Candy.
Yep, they gotta kill him, the Boar and Scratchy, but not much else. Bomb in from Rain hits one rocket onto Rogue. A second doesn't do enough damage to get the pack. Another bomb in from Wax trying to find something, but Rogue will stay alive.
This is a great position. If Candy beefs this, it's all over. Krusnik's also still in. Gets a kind of a late cleanup pick. Yeah, this is a great position for Candy.
Melon being dead means no power denied this full Uber, so it's not looking good for the Cuties here. Oh, they got a Weil and Adam on this one, so that's a pretty big wipe. Candy killing everyone except for Ray and Ginseng, but that said, those are probably the two best members to get out alive from that.
Yeah, Candy should be walking forward here. Barrett's spy checking, but yeah, this looks like pretty much dead time as Candy gets some cart pressure. Yeah, you see Mooma on cart. Scythe finally getting on cart for like the first time.
Demento's in early as well, so he's going to have a really good position to help his team out coming into this third push if he can just stay alive back here.
They're trying to do this tracks thing again. Let's see. Last time they tried this, Rogue kind of did get caught out, so we'll see.
Yeah, Micah in. Going to look to find anything.
Is that a Rain bombing a banner? Mooma doesn't live long enough for a banner.
I see. No, Muma's holding it.
Is that Muma?
Yeah, they're gonna look to dry push up here through with this battalion.
Oh, it's a battalion.
Oh, that's a buff banner.
Wow.
That's a buff banner. That's mini crits.
That is a buff banner, right? My apologies. Look at this. These mini crits are disgusting.
Melon trying to deny these big damage crit rockets.
Uber is
forced out from
Rogue's a little caught out here. This might be
Rogue's at 95%. If he get 97, Melon trying to chase him down, getting that Uber down 99.
He finally got it
just in
time. Melon's behind now.
Yeah, did force the Uber though, so I mean, technically that's what you want Pyro to do is force the
Uber
and deny it, but...
get on the cart. Scythe, get on the cart.
Yeah,
there you go.
Micro
the boy.
It's 6 up for Cuties, 7 up for KD. Looks like it's a cart collapse in here. Ginseng and Ray taking down Scythe with that sticky bomb assist. Sandblast trying to escape from underneath, will get out alive. Zuki too low to continue the chase, and that's a good hold for KD. We saw Rogue get shredded by Adam on the backside of that as well, so I believe it was a heavy peek out bucket late, finds that medic pick, and now Ray's going to be on a 20% advantage here. We are going to see Candy dry push out here, trying to walk on tracks. Kresnik falls down through the center, unfortunate for him. Scythe looking to trade back onto Sandblast. One shot will do either end. Scythe wins that confrontation.
So we'll walk in my room. Yeah, they're trying to get coverage here. They're just trying to dry on the cart. It looks like Red does have like 30% ad, but it's not huge. Michael Ayla coming in, getting bored. And living. That's a little bit of a filter that this fight. He did die finally.
Yeah, Scythe is a trade from Melon Squirt, shotgun that one. Ooh, Demento goes for the sniper pick. Wild turns around just in time. Demento does stay alive.
He does stay alive. Having that spy left in the corner. Wild's very aggressive here.
Ooh, nice serve.
Get the launch back courtesy of Jared. Sandblast is getting out very deep. Gets bored. Sandblast is just walking around for free here.
Demento's on cart here. Gonna tap it a bit up the hill before he gets forced off. It's 100% Uber for both teams now as Rogue comes up on Uber. Candy looking to walk up through main here. Sandblast trying to force the Uber early. He does, but he will die for his trouble. Is onto Melon and Ginseng. In return, ooh, Jared gets launched off the cliff by Melon and Wax's sentry, and that will be the demo dying early. It's a lot of players up for Cuties, but a sack is in from Mooma and Demento. They are going to get the gun.
Car pressure here.
And they do find Wax and Ray on the backside. Great sack by K&D to demolish the backline of Cuties.
That was a disastrous push from K&D that only got salvaged by that Mooma play. If Mooma does not kill that medic there, then that is an absolute disaster for K&D. But because of that Mooma play, Rain's actually in on...
One more? Yeah. Oh, unfortunate. Rogue got 1 HP. That's very lucky for him to stay alive. Gonna get a sandwich.
So K&D should be taking this. They're kind of thriving in these, like, one-player salvaging post situations. Michael Ayla
Cuties should be careful not to bleed too much because they don't want to get snowballed over
Adam
fourth.
Oh no.
While as well caught, so they're going to lose all their players except for NG, Medic, and Demo. But again, those are probably the 3 best classes you want to get out alive so they can set up in time. Demento isn't behind Rain here. Ooh, gets heard by that soldier. You can't decloak behind Rain. He'll always hear it. I know it from experience.
Yeah, that's a good time to sack, because while you're getting that third, just walk into last. So I can't fault them for dying there.
I personally don't like sacking on Spy there, because if you can stay alive behind the combos upper hold, that's a lot of big play potential for Spy. Either way, we're going to see Cuties now going to take this upper control. Sandblast taking care of Jarrett and Zukima on the front line, so that combo is very weak. But we're going to trade with this SVS win onto Wilda.
Yeah, Jarrett got early pressure into tiles, and then instantly just got sandblasted, and it was all over.
Yep. We're gonna look at the Ubers here as Rogue is 100% to raise 60, so advantage for the side of Candy.
RGLgg getting 2 really key picks there and lower, so this is pretty much going to be a solo on Jarrett. And
Melon gonna force this Uber in the back stairs and denying
so
it single-handedly. Melon stays alive. Great play by her to deny that Uber in its entirety and live through it.
Jarrett's
amazing
still
by
pushing
Melon.
this, but it's going to be very difficult. Candy needs someone in a spiral there. That was their mistake. Candy had really, even though the Uber's bad, could have won that if they had someone walk up tiles into the spiral. No one
could sandwich the pyro. Melon got out alive and
Muma
saved
does
us
get
for
the
a combo.
force though. So that's the one saving grace here. Muma has been really good with these, like, pretty much saving K&D with these late forces on the medic after K&D loses the fight.
Rain playing combo right now, getting a lot of damage with his battalions in that tiles hold on a 6k, taking out Muma and Zukima very recently. And it's a very good reset for Cuties, but again, they're on about a 40% Uber dis side. We do hear a banner come out. I don't know which soldier that's from. I'm taking a look at
I think Muma just died, so I think it's Rain.
Yeah, it's Rain's banner. Gonna be holding that one ready for any push coming in.
Let's see if Candy takes this Uber right now, because this is pushing into... Oh, here's the sticky trap. Nope. Okay, Crystal.
They're gonna go underneath. Rain's probably still holding his banner, so Uber's gonna come out, and the banner comes out as well.
Yeah, this is a very good banner, and Melon's stuffing this so hard.
Melon not even taking a lick of damage yet. Amazing by Melon and Rain once again to deny this Uber in its entirety. They are gonna get Rogue on the back out while hitting that shot.
Muma's in though. Muma.
Yeah, Soldier on the back end. He takes down Adam for his trouble, but gets taken down by the gun. Rain on a 7k, taking that one. Still up, holding up top. We have to see. There's a Spy trying to enforce the gun down, but he's gonna get knifed by Micah, and that gun is still alive. So Cuties looking very strong here with 100% Uber. Candy, they're gotta be getting a bit desperate here.
Getting chased by RGLgg in the spawn. RGLgg gonna get caught out for it. Maybe a little too greedy there, but yeah, Candy.
That's fine.
They're gonna have to get this force here and then somehow get tiles. This might be a very long last hold.
Yep, we're going to see people coming in under Demento walking to the gun range with the Enforcer. They are going to try to get it, but it stays up just in time. Wax keeping that gun up from the brink, going to wrangle it as well, so that doesn't go well. Rain does pop his banner because he believed that pressure was indicative of a bigger push, but will kind of be wasted here. Candy not in for receiving that one. On a 9k right now, Rain gets that off of Scratchy. So now 75% Uber for Rogue. They're looking to reset here as 100 for Ray. It all comes down to this push to see if Candy can salvage a somewhat, holdable time.
Yeah, Candy's kind of basically losing to 2 players, Rain and Melon. Like, those 2 players are pretty much single-handedly blocking upper, which is kind of, I'm not going to say wild, but it's definitely, like, very large. Candy's just taking the solo Uber and a Pyro now. It seems like here's the adaptation. Look at this Uber.
Yeah, it looks like they are getting enough pressure, though, so they're going to force Cuties combo back out of tiles. Ray's up back here, going to try and drop into spawn. Melon stays up in upper. It's a bit of a bad position, going to get taken on that side, but Wax's gun is still up here. It's the main focus for Candy. They're going to take that one down.
This is where Candy can salvage this. If they can block red and spawn and get this cart time, that's all they need here.
Yep, and they're going to get a lot of people into cart. A lot of respawners coming in for Cuties. They need to get out of spawn here, but Muma trying to do some spawn camping. Going to get the kill onto Ray, so no heals coming out. But Weil is up in sniping from this top side. Going to try to find some snipes.
Dropping down. They're trying to get cart pressure here, but it looks like, Rogue's going to die, though. This Uber had gone to waste. Although, Red is down a lot. I think Candy might dry here.
They're going to have to.
4 in upper.
3 spawners up for Cuties makes it really hard for them to walk in, especially Weil still in upper here, denying people left, right, and center. Scratchy and his gun going down on that one, so he's on a respawn timer. It's even Uber for both meds. Neither are going to have any time soon. We might just see a flurry of dry pressure coming in from K&D. Cuties are trying to get their combo in tiles soon, but it looks like they want to stay main. Rain holding it alone. Demento can't find that kill to Weil. Is very big for the push.
Yeah. So while it doesn't look that great for K&D, they did take tiles, which is... That's step 1. Step 2 is actually winning the point.
Yeah. It's more dry pressure coming in as Zukima and Scythe are going to go onto the cart here, trying to push this in. Spam coming in from Ginseng.
Scythe just on the cart.
He gets taken out right at the brink. More and Rogue getting taken on the back end. Sandblast on a 3k, finding kill left, right, and center. Weil and Micah cleaning up Kresnik and Jarrett. And that's a phenomenal collapse. Candy is wiped.
Candy almost had that card at the very last second, and Scythe got booped off by something. I don't know what it was. That was just
I
their
think it was a
push.
sticky into a mini sentry. Got taken down last second. So off of that, Sandblast was able to get a bunch of cleanup, and Cuties do hold strong. On the downside, they did lose Ray. Muma got that kill on the backside, so they're gonna be at an uber disadvantage.
Yeah,
But
they
any
do.
seconds they can get off this, they'll be happy with.
I think Candy's gonna dry again. I don't even think they're gonna play this ad.
They have to.
Yeah,
They
they're just walking it. It's still 4 minutes, but they want a good time, and they don't want to 17
It's already not
time,
looking
so
like a good
dry.
time. They need every second they can get at this point.
Yeah, they're walking into spawn. Now they need cart pressure.
Yep. Micah in the back end, trying to find anything, goes up to Rogue, but doesn't get killed. Addo and Micah dropping, but while finding the kill onto Boar, as well as Jaren Zukima dropping to Jinsang. Stickies, Kresnik as well, and Rogue with the kill, or Rogue gets killed by Rain on the backside. So another collapse from Cuties is just too much for Candy to deal with. It's just Scythe and Muma alive, and this point is getting really out of hand.
This is looking disastrous for Candy. Like, they came in and they just kind of drag pushed through main and didn't even. Rain was an upper. They had a behind them. It was pretty much over from the start.
Gotta imagine Tilt is setting in at this point. This time has got to be over 12 minutes by this point.
Yeah, this is looking very, very rough for Candy.
Yep.
There's another drive push. And now Red's all in position in upper.
Yeah,
Taking good space in the spawn, but yeah, here comes the Muma bomb. Muma is making a lot of space and lived, but Rain is still up top, just doing so much damage to getting these banners.
Kresnik airblast into the pit. That's going to be big for Post. As you see Uber out here from Sandblast and Jinsang trying to get some damage in. Boar and Rogue get killed. Sandblast finding that medic pick once again. As now Cuties are kind of spread out here. It's just Muma and Scythe looking to get the medic. That's fine. That's all well and good, but no one else is alive for them right now. Muma going to get killed by Micah and Melon as another reset comes in. Neither med's going to have anywhere close to Uber.
Yeah, if I was Red, I'd be pretty happy with trading my med.
You have to be happy for Cuties.
Yeah, you got to be happy here. Even by this point, if you lose. Also, Rain has been I don't know what, like, I don't know if it's a comms issue, but Rain has just been actually, like, solo holding up top. As I said, he drops down and kills.
Okay, this should be it for Candy. They have people in on spawn. Muma and Kresnik getting damage. Rain
is still in, though. Look at
here.
Rain. He's just walking around for free, killing everyone.
Yeah, Rain gonna be on a 9k in the middle of the
opposing team. He's literally walking around. I've never
seen 1
HP.
He gets the pack as well. It's
yeah,
just,
he's on the black box too. He's gonna be
right
fine.
Now. Yeah, Muma gets killed in the back end, Rain gets the pack, and Rain is just a one-man army.
Look at that.
Finally,
Rain's on a 10k.
Yeah, Rain on a 10k, taking out Boar on that one.
Zukima finally got him.
Melon gets on the cart, kills Scythe, gonna get airblast into the pit for a trouble, but it is gonna deny it, and Rain is just killing everyone. He finally goes down, taken out by Zukima after his 10k, but
Muma tried to bomb into a mini.
He gets out. Oh, this is something. 2 minutes 30 seconds. If Cuties can time this out, it's the biggest BM of all time. But
oh, definitely.
It's not looking for Candy, no matter like what angle you look at this from. Boar finally wins the SVS onto Wild, so at least they have that to work with. But Rain in the top, gonna kill Boar for free again and live. Fighting Muma now. Looks like Muma's gonna get the best out of him on this one. Oh, will he? Oh, 1 HP for Muma, so Rain not gonna go on a kill streak this time.
Stops Reign of Terror.
Yeah,
quite literally.
If only Muma would do that earlier. Either way.
Well, someone is on Rogue. I didn't see who. They managed to die. Red is down a couple. Candy.
They're happy.
They should play off of Boar.
This is their best chance. This is their best chance.
They haven't really had Boar up top being able to shoot guys yet because Rain's just been stopping it. So now Boar's actually able to play the game. So and that's usually pretty good. And here comes the blue Uber.
Yep, Ubering through main.
They're locking at spawn, but they're not getting cart. Look at cart. It's just rolling backwards. Scythe touches it for a second.
Scythe, get on the cart.
Yeah, it's actually.
What are you doing?
Sandblast,
He's full HP. Okay, well, counter comes in because they didn't get onto Ray fast enough, so they're gonna look to walk players out. But they're getting a bit too aggressive. They lost 5 people. Cutie's not exactly.
They're chasing Rain at the spawn. Yeah, they need to cart.
Yeah,
and Rain is up top again, just shooting it down.
Yeah, Rain and Sandblast still denying a lot of space, but Zuki is here to reflect these rockets. So
I don't know if Candy's gonna push last. They're gonna do it here. As I said, I had Jinx build, but this they didn't kill Rain there. If they didn't kill Rain there, they actually might not have pushed last. And they finally
I need to see
14 minutes and 58 seconds.
That's awful. Oh, that's 15 minutes. Oh, that's so bad.
Muma types,
I'm just
will you call that a hold, question mark. That's what you like to see.
I like that. He's like, just watch this, we'll get you 17 minutes. It's gonna be the longest upper game of all time.
How could you possibly tilt Muma? His name is Chad in game. The stream can't see it, but his name is just Chad. You can't tilt him.
Yeah, either way, 15 minutes. That is absolutely impressive from the Cuties. Everything went right for them there. Candy, everything went wrong. It's just, oh, that feels so bad. Cuties have the best chance of their careers to go undefeated in the season.
Even with all that, it's still upward. It's still very, like, this is going to be a very uphill battle, quite literally, for K&D on the PL upward, but even with that upward battle, it's going to be very, very winnable for K&D. It's always winnable on upward. It's because just last is such a good point that if you have a good last hold or a good third hold, you can just hard hold them.
Yeah, you can never really count Candy out. And even though this time is abysmal, I won't, sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
They're still able to hold just as well as Cuties did as a team. It's just going to be about executing in the right positions. Cuties, they have their chance, but if they don't execute properly on their side either, then this could get a lot closer than you think.
Yeah, honestly, if K&D wins, I think it's going to be off of a third hard hold. Boar is on the... Is he on that weapon? He is. Okay,
He's
Boar's
been on
the
Bizarre Bargain last half too, yeah. He does end up running that one somewhat often.
Yeah,
he gets
does.
a 3 headshot early. Yep. And it looks like Cutie's gonna walk forward. It's gonna be Ginseng and Rain trying to find something. They don't get much. They're both gonna get taken down. Or finding a headshot, stacking his Bizarre Bargain. Wild does kill Tsukima though, so that's a pretty big pick. No Pirate gonna be able to do anything. As well as getting waxed, so no Engineer. This gun is gonna get spammed out. No Pirate or NG, so this gun should just die.
Yeah, it looks like just sacks. They haven't really gotten anything off of other than a Pyro pick, and even the Boar winning the SBS with 30 health, that's a filter. Blue's Uber gets forced. Looks like they're just exchanging here.
Yep, trying to get this exchange out.
They do get the
stab
NG though. That's a pretty big pick.
Yep, so this gun, it's not sapped, but it should go down eventually. You do see Boar hitting a headshot onto Ginseng going down. Is that demo man? Yeah, he's trying to wrangle onto the gun. Wax gonna get taken now by Jarrett though. Good pipe by him to keep his gun alive. And Scratchy's probably gonna be able to respawn and get a Wrangler on it. Rain's jumping into upper, it's shredded. Yeah, Mike needs to get this telly. It's doing a lot of work once they get people up. Boar's continuously railing off headshots. I wish I could see what his Bizarre Bargain is stacked at this point. It must be charging somewhat fast.
Yeah, I don't see... I thought he had a kill streak. I guess not, but yeah, it doesn't look like he's getting headshots. He does need to get kills for it to matter, but yeah, I'm curious what it is, a kill streak. But yeah, it looks like... I think Blues is gonna either dry this or go for sacks. Rain looks like he's just spamming right now, but I would expect a Rain bomb pretty soon. They do catch out Jacob.
It's 80% on both sides.
Yeah, Boar needs to kill the enemy sniper. Yeah, Wild gets Tsukima.
Oh, but Ginseng drops to another headshot, so they're not gonna be able to Uber a Demo Man, and both teams sitting on 100%.
Yeah.
And Sandblast as well, so this push has been denied by Boar. Yep, Rain trying to find whatever he can.
Exchanged.
It's a solo. They're backing off a solo Wax Uber.
Yeah, hate to see it.
Ginseng and Sandblast were both dead. That was a solo Wax Uber. Can't need time.
I can understand that. Like, they got 2 points, like 2-3 minutes from first. They want to get a good cliff hold, because they kind of do need to get a decent hold on all the points, because if they get wiped, it's going to be very hard.
They probably think this is the best chance.
Trying to play
safe. Best chance, Micah taking out Jarrett on that. Not gonna have a Dome Man to defend this. Right now, Cutie's walking forward with this advantage. Sandblast is traded with Wax, or with Mumix. Wax down. Oh, but Ginseng kills Rogue with 2 clean pipes. President gets stabbed as well. Cuties are looking amazing here on the second push. They're gonna take out the gun, and Candy are running for the hills.
Yeah, Demento getting wild off the post at that is good if Candy's gonna post. Honestly, I think Candy, here they come. Candy's gonna
post for Boar. He's got an angle here.
Tracks around Boar. Like say, hey Boar, best sniper in the game.
That's pretty big.
See if he does.
Candy need to contest this here. If they lose 2 points in 3 minutes and they have 15 to hold, it's not looking good. It looks like they have Boar walking
they do force the over off of a straight pipe from Jarrett. Honestly, I think that's the best. Yeah, they realize it too. That's the best they're gonna get.
Oh, look at that bomb from Rain! Jarrett and Boar are now obliterated. Gonna be taken down very early as Candy are running again backwards. Adam gonna take down Kresnik, so they're 4 down.
That's
Adam
just
is getting
traded. It looks like they're crumbling.
Yeah. Rain gets taken down in the back end at least, and Scythe gets out alive with 1 HP, but 4-man down for K&D. They're not gonna have a setup here. Gun level 1 coming in. They should end up getting Uber before Cuties, so I guess they will get their setup off. We're only on 50%, and Cart needing to get pushed up, but things are looking very dangerous if you're K&D.
Yeah, this is definitely this is going to be a very stressful 11 minutes and 17 seconds for K&D.
Sandblast and Micah, first casualties.
Muma's in on the sniper, trying to fight Rain actually before.
Soldier trade.
Yeah. They did trade with the soldiers, but because Rain traded, Muma, a while just winning them the fight because they couldn't pressure him.
That's Jarrett's second.
And now they're taking car pressure because now they're solo Ubering Scythe, and this is K&D is
Sandblast is juking him on the cart.
K&D's clowning around right now.
Sandblast's gonna try to push this car up the hill. Adam is right behind Scythe. Not gonna notice, but Sandblast takes him down. Sandblast should get it up the first hill as well. No one's there to spam it. Zuki gets crit flared by Melon on that one, so that's some pyromechanics coming in. Gun taken down as well. Uber in from Cuties, doing everything. Only 3 up for K&D with that Uber coming in, and this is looking amazing for Cuties. It's 10 minutes. 10 minutes for a last push.
Yeah, K&D, they have to pull something out here. Wild's already in tiles alone. if he kills
he
Rogue
finds a big
here, or
pick here.
if he gets like a big kill here, this could be over. And I don't know if they
Oh, it's
know.
fine.
Okay, Jacob got it.
There you go. All right, this will be need
Let's
to
see
be
if
a
they can hold
perfect
last for
defense
10
from
minutes.
K&D. Yeah.
And they don't hold upper. That's the big thing. They only hold main.
Yeah. What holding main means is even the hold could be very good, yes, but if you ever get pushed back once, you're already in your spawn. You don't have the benefit of backing out of upper. Yeah.
Puma tried. I don't know if he failed that jump.
That's fine. We didn't see it. Adam peeking over the top, doing a lot of damage here. Ginseng going down. Kresnik will end up barely living. Zuki hitting that double reflect onto Rain and Ginseng. So great play by him to buy his team some
Red
time
does
here.
have Uber Red.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to do anything else with it. They're just going to sit on it. But
a lot of people walking into main here, getting pressured. Wiles and upper.
Yeah, this is what I don't like. Wiles just like up there for free. It's only a matter of time.
They
like
need
over
Muma
the course of 9 minutes.
He snipes 4. Like
over the course of 9 minutes, Wiles gonna
kill him eventually.
Yeah,
but...
yeah. Like Jacob's up there and gets them, but still, Jacob gets a 2K actually.
Good kills in, from Jacob coming in, getting that pick. Micah going down as well. Ubers aren't being exchanged.
Mel's doing a good job knocking him back, and look at the card time.
Spy and Demento getting a 4-can to Ginseng, so a lot of key picks coming in. Melon trying to airblast his heavy back. They do keep the space about
just getting their card time.
Yeah, card's very
look
up
at this card time from Sandblast. They might not have people to block this. It's just an Borg finally stops it.
That's the best. Oh, but While again when he has he's distracted. While is gonna drop the Kresnik, but Adam trades him back. It's only 5 up.
He just barely lives.
It's 5 up. And Demento killing Ray, that's very crucial for them stabilizing at this point. It's going to be a lot of players from Cuties wiping. Yeah, Candy are going to...
There's no way Candy holds this if they hold main for 9 minutes.
Yeah, Sandblast in the car.
Yeah, look at the
get on this.
Sandblast
going to push it in. It's over. We're done.
Sandblast just walked in and capped.
That's it. It's over. We're done. Yeah, Sandblast just 2 lives in a row. Walks on cart, uncontested. Gets the cart from midway to the ledge and then from ledge to the game end.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what happened to Scratchy's gun. I think it got, something happened to it. I saw someone died up top, so someone, basically sacked for the gun, and then it was just over. No one on KD could fight the cart.
Revenge crit him, but he just wasn't hitting enough damage with that cart for Sandblast to play around, and, ooh, what a quick ending to that. Only took, 7 minutes on the push?
Yeah, it was looking so good for K&D for the first half, and then all that happened was, I think they got tilted from that, one really bad last push, and it was just over.
Yeah, either way, Cutie is doing an amazing job taking those advantages and running with them in stride. Very impressive from them. And unless some freak anomaly happens, they will be our first seed team coming into playoffs. They remain undefeated, go 6-0 with one match left. So,
yeah, this is what I was expecting something. Rain went 37-17 on Soldier.
Yeah, 500 DPM. Did he top DPM the server?
Yeah.
He did.
I'm not going to discredit Rain. Rain was playing possibly one of the best individual Soldier games I have ever seen. But K&D cannot allow that. That's just, I'm going to say, that's kind of inexcusable that he was able to do that for so long. The first time he went on a 9K.
37-17 in that half.
The first time Rain went on a 9K, that was fine. They should have adapted, but he just kept doing it over and over again. And there was no adaptation. They just kept desperation pushing instead of actually trying to fix the problem.
Yep, combined logs on your screen right now. Rain with that 77 and 54 scoreline, over 400 DPM, over 3 halves of upward soldiers. So amazing play by him all night. I would give him player of the game.
Yeah, I just yeah, that was really a lot of really good individual plays on the Cuties stood out. Rain really stood out in that upper on last, and so did Melon too. Melon single-handedly denying 2 or 3 Ubers in a row. Candy didn't even get up the stairs just because they're trying to basically trade into a pyro. So those 2 players bought them at least 4 minutes pretty much single-handedly.
Yeah, Melon and Rain, just that 2-man squad in upper, battalions into air blast, into just an unstoppable defense from the Cuties, and they just looked very good. Candy could not stack up in the second and third halves, where, well, they'll probably need to find out what went wrong because there was a lot of glaring issues that we could see. I'm sure they see a lot more being in the game and all.
Yeah, another thing about Rain being up top is that also kept Boar in check. Boar had a very Boar still made plays, but I'm gonna say that Boar didn't really. He wasn't the carry that when you think of Boar, you would think of a lot of people who have played against Boar would kind of instinctively fear Boar. You know what I mean? You're gonna expect him to kind of basically carry on the sniper class, and I feel like Melon's team, the Cuties, did a very good job of keeping Boar in check, and Wild played a very good game himself.
Yeah, that usual Boar taking over the game felt like it never really came into fruition. If anything, I feel like Wild had a lot more quality picks and a lot more clutch SVS wins where his team was able to get a lot more space off of his plays.
Yeah, I agree. Another thing was that, well, Rogue didn't like the second half, it felt like a lot of Candy's issues were due to Rogue exploding at random times. Whether or not that's Rogue's fault is to be determined, but that was just the symptom of the problem. But that it wasn't really happening that much that last half. That just felt like
Yeah, it felt like
instead
they
of
were
just like
just
one player exploding, that felt like
the
Candy as a
entire
team
team.
were exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a 9-man explosion, which is not what you want to see.
Yeah, you can tell because in the half where they had a difference in death by 5, and at the end their difference of death is 5. So pretty much that one round where Rogue died a lot was the only time where him combusting alone was really a problem.
Yeah, like if you look at the damage is like a little in favor in blue, but it's not like super significant. It's not like a giant discrepancy here. Like there's definitely some discrepancy in the kills. Even then the kills are still pretty close. So like the stats are way closer than that looked.
Yep. The most important stat, in my opinion, is the fact that Cuties had 431 kills and Candy died 435 times, so 4 pit deaths.
Yeah, I was the pit was having a grand old time. I saw Jacob. He didn't even like dot like Jacob didn't even like no one on red got credit. At some point, Jacob just fell into the pit. Like I saw a knife down there, and then he saw like I don't know what happened, but there's just a lot of clowning around in the pit.
Yep, we can go and give up our last what's the word? I'm losing it right now. Our
Shout out.
last thoughts, yeah, on the match, and then our shout outs. Cuties with this 6-0. We mentioned this. Best team in invite so far through the season. They're going to be looking to go into playoffs with that first seed, with that easy first round match against the fourth seed, where there is a big difference in between the top 3 and number 4. So they're going to be very happy about tonight. No doubt going to be celebrating. I know that Melon's going to be insanely happy that this team has made it this far and played this well. So shout out to Cuties. They've done a great job, and looks hopefully they can keep this performance up in the postseason.
Yeah, shout out to Sandblast. Currently messaging me for an interview. I love you, Sandblast. I don't think today's the day, but maybe if you win Grand Final, Sandblast, I will join the Mumble and we can do our interview.
Yeah, that's true. You only need to win one more difficult match because your first round playoffs is easy. So easy on
Yeah,
paper rather. So
yeah, yeah, on paper.
one more difficult match win, and then you get your interview.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very impressed with the Cuties. I think there's a lot of turmoil on both teams, I think, during this weekend from just the rumors I heard. A lot of, poor scrims, things happening, but it looks like the Cuties really were able to pull it together at the end. Get that dub, which is all that really matters in the end.
Yep. Kenny will be looking to regroup next week, get that 6-1 record, whereas Cuties will likely be 7-0. So second seed, looking for them. Probably not going to be happy with this, but they're a playoffs team. They know what they need to do to win, and hopefully they'll be able to come in and fix it, give us a very good game in that playoffs grand final eventually, which is what they're going to be expecting. So with that, we will be closing up here. Any last words? Any last thoughts? Shoutouts you have, Space Ghost?
Uh, Honestly, no, I have no thoughts. Nothing running through my brain right now.
You're not going to go to their mumble and flame them after this?
Yeah, that's actually what I was about. I was about to go and yell at Syeth.
Exactly. He asked me to play Apex, so I don't
Oh,
think I want
Vanilla
to be in
Love
there for
says,
too long.
shout out to Vanilla Love.
Shout out to Vanilla Love as always. Well, with that, that will do it here for us tonight. Cuties have taken this win 2-1 over the kids next door to take the first seed and be in position for that coming to playoffs. So I'm Zagron, joined by Space Ghost and Dolphin behind the cam as always. Thank you all for coming out here, and we'll see you next week.